I know what's about to happen here too. If oh no, the sound should be off. Are you be able to look at it?
What are you talking about?
Can you see if it's working? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I'm fuzzy again.
Me too, baby. That's the thing.
Mm, mm, come back.
I'm telling you, you got to do this.
I
Move it
don't want
slowly
to.
back. But you just move. You just wave it. You just give it a. You think for some reason that hello. Hold on. This is us last week, dude. What?
What?
No. This is fucking me up. That was just a video of us last week. TrueAnon live monkey time.
Why'd you call it monkey time again?
I didn't call it monkey time. Still a mystery to me. I don't know who called it monkey time in the first place. I literally didn't. I've been, I've been in I've been trading pictures of monkeys, but it's not like.
So what is ape chat? Is this a thing?
Yeah, yeah. I think there's a bunch of ape chats, but
Oh,
my thing is, I'm a one-on-one ape guy. I can't get like. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to mix around.
You're just covering for the fact that you're not in ape chat.
No, I'm not in ape chat. I'm not in ape
I
chat. To be clear,
But you're not interested in ape chat. You're saying, but it's not because you're not invited to ape chat.
Uh huh. I'm in a few ape chats, but I'm not in
I don't
ape
believe
chat.
you.
I can show you.
Will you?
No, I can't show you. I would reveal. Um. There's a lot of. Well, I can't really show that one. That one's got a slur in the name. I don't feel like putting it on here. I don't know if I'll get in trouble. Not like a racial one.
What is it?
You'll have to. Why not have a little mystery in your
Talk to
life?
you later.
I'll text it to you.
No, don't do it. Yeah, we're not streaming from a computer.
Jesus Christ, never again. How y'all folks doing?
Y'all folks with an X, right? Isn't that what we say now?
No.
So is that shit still a thing? Or do we get to drop all of that crap now?
My barometer for that was there was one guy I know who despises me. Respect for that. Who uses folks, but he'll use it more than like. If someone wants to use folks, whatever. If I find it annoying, but I don't care. With the X, it gets very annoying because, as you know, that is just entirely unnecessary. There's just you can't give me a real explanation. But
Yeah,
I
don't
knew
know why
one
that's
guy.
there.
I know the one guy I know who did it. Started saying, and people don't fucking believe me when I tell them this. He fucking used, I swear to God, YX apostrophe LL. Yixal. Not a
No.
joke. Not a joke. Not a joke. Because
I
the
like
thing
that.
is, if you interrogate it, it's like, wait a minute. There's what gender was being mentioned? Like it doesn't. It doesn't
No, we
make.
should just get rid of. What if it's just a war on vowels and it has nothing to do with gender?
If it's a war on vowels, I am 100% in. 100% in. 100%.
Yeah, I could get down with that. That's like at least very strange.
Well, you
The
know me.
other stuff is kind of like,
You know me that I'm spiritually Welsh, and not racially Welsh.
I have family in Wales.
Are they? You didn't say they were Welsh. Are they just people? Are they
I think
colonizers?
they're Welsh.
My family were longtime Welsh colonizers. We moved over there with a large caravan of Jews in the 1700s. We were asked to leave in the early 1700s, immediately after we moved there, and then moved back and asked to leave again several times for the next many centuries. But I've always thought the Welsh language was beautiful and vowelless, which I'm into. Oh shit, our padlock is unlocked. Is the padlock locked on your ends?
It's locked on mine.
Here's a little thing. If any of the programmers from House Party are viewing this, please let me also look like I have it locked, because now people think that I'm being. Well, maybe I'm being a little crazy. It's locked, but it does. If you look at it on my side, it shows it's unlocked, and then I try to lock it,
and you can't.
I can't lock it. It just goes. How you doing? How you been?
Fine. I'm okay.
Have an all right weekend. It wasn't pretty. I gotta say, it's been pretty
I
nice
was
out.
a lot of housewives today. Happy Easter, Brace. Yeah, we got one over on you then, huh?
Oh no, we got one over on
kidding,
you.
I'm just
No,
kidding.
we got one over on you. Did we do it on Friday? Wait, is it like
what?
what day is
No,
he back?
Today, he's risen.
Oh yeah, you got one over. So yeah. Well, what's up with tomorrow then?
Tomorrow's Monday.
But isn't tomorrow like a holiday too? Yeah.
It's Easter
Well,
today.
I'll tell you what. I had a fantastic Friday. Today, as you know.
What did you do Friday?
Wait,
did we record? No.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, what? Wait, did we?
Time?
Yes, we did. We
Yes,
talked
we
to.
did.
Yeah. I'm not going to reveal who we talked to, but let me tell you, pretty crazy that Boris. No, we did the interview Friday, and
With Boris Johnson.
with Boris Johnson about it's sort of like politics aside, just life under Corona, how he's doing, how he's holding up, how the NHS is doing. Pretty excited about that. I love, as you know, I love the British people of England.
Do you? Are you an anti-Britite?
No. I have nothing. I mean, to the extent that I am in a non-corny way pro-Irish in that conflict, but
I know.
in the sort of general sense of should there be in England, I'm neutral. You know, if the British people choose for that not to happen, I support them. If they want to choose for there to be in England, I don't support them, but I feel bad denying them that. If the power positions were different, we'd be saying we'd be whistling a different tune, if you know what I mean.
Right.
But I don't hold a grudge against them for this independence thing we did. Not a big fan of their activities.
Post that?
Well,
in general?
since I gotta say they started, not really.
Yeah.
Can't really point to a lot I'm a big fan of, but they're.
I used to know someone who had like an irrational hatred of British people to the point where like it would inform the way he like watched movies. It was very weird. I was like, did something happen to you with a British person when you were a kid to make you this way? Like,
Yeah.
what is that? It was very weird.
Yeah, you're just like.
Something weird got to be going on there.
Was he Indian?
No.
Oh. You're like my friend Mahatma
No.
just hated these guys.
I'm not that stupid.
Well, you could, yeah.
He's like grew up in North Carolina. It's like, what's your problem?
Well, that's the India of the Carolinas. Listen, the subcontinent of the Carolinas should be united. It should never have been partitioned the way it was. That was
It's an India-Pakistan situation.
exactly. That was, and I understand that both sides.
What if that's our new brand? We're okay. We believe we gotta reunite the Carolinas.
We got it. It's like it's imperative. These are impositions from the federal government that do not reflect the people are one. The people are one. And I know there's enclaves of North Carolinians living in South Carolina. I know there's exclaves even of South Carolinians. There are some towns in North Carolina that are almost entirely filled with North Carolinians. And I understand that
It's fucked up to that the DMZ that they've got there dividing the two.
and Noam
People
Chomsky.
you know?
Noam Chomsky just denies there's any problems. He just denies there's
And
any
he
problems.
loves Virginians.
Oh my god. And you should see these Virginians. It's fucking psycho. And these guys they got, I mean, the presence of Al Qaeda in South Carolina is astounding. Like it's a transnational Islamist infrastructure that's in place in South Carolina, which I donate to. I do think they should consolidate some of the states.
What, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
Yeah. New England should just be a state.
I kind of agree with that.
Why? Like, you fucking, like Rhode Island? And I speak to this as somebody who has Rhode Islanders in my family. That is not a state, my friend. It is not a state. Either that or total balkanization.
I kind of feel that way about Delaware. It's like, what's the point?
You know my feelings on that. There should just be, in 20 years, there should just be a reorganization where there is, like, medium intensity civil war in America that has a sharp cutoff after 2 years. And after that 2 years, wherever you are, drop your guns. That's the new makeup of states. Because that would give, like, some states like Utah... Now, hear me out. That would give some states like Utah, they could gobble up some of their neighbors because they have like a cohesive... Utah is a nation. Utah is a nation.
It really is a nation.
Literally
more than California.
Exactly. Like Utah should be a nation. It is by Stalin's definition. By Stalin's definition, it is a nation. And thus deserves self-determination.
I think that like there's maybe some other ones. Who are the other nations in the state?
We talked about this before, but girls who move from Oakland to Joshua Tree and start selling Pendleton blankets, that is, they technically constitute a nation. Guys who, New York media guys, that's a nation, technically.
That's a nation.
A nation that does deserve to be arrested and oppressed.
Sure.
Possibly just destroyed forever.
They're all nationalists. The way they look at the way they use the media.
Absolutely. One of our friends here says Rhode Island is historically part of Israel. And that's true. A lot of people don't understand. If you look at the Black Israelites, their signs they have up, Rhode Islanders is one of the tribes. 100%. Yeah, blue checks are also well that's overlaps with the media people. I would say Silicon Valley.
Yeah, but see, they're a colonizing nation. They're colonizers because they're spreading.
Yeah.
Silicon Valley is no longer just San Jose, Santa Clara. They've got outposts. They've got colonial outposts in Austin,
in Ireland, dude.
No, but I'm saying those little freaks, they're spreading.
You know, and you know what it is? They are much like the British Empire, where it is a tiny, tiny, tiny nation of the most pathetic slobs in human history, and by use of high technology, are enslaving the peoples of the world.
Yes, that's right.
Damn.
You know I hate tech.
Sometimes I'm like, damn. Being on Facebook is like being in mind jail. That's how I feel about it.
What?
I don't know. I posted on Facebook earlier today.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know people posted on Facebook.
I'm trying to see. I don't remember what I wrote. I tell you what. Don't add me on Facebook. People have been trying. I wrote, "I will destroy the free market," which I think is a fairly fair thing. And then just a bunch of people responded, "Not gonna read any of that fucking shit. Don't." I'm in and out. I got no time to mess around in there. I'll tell you what. I do dislike. I should just delete it. That's the
dude.
thing to
like,
do.
Why? I swear to God, I know this sounds like I'm being a total snob, but like I think I got rid of Facebook maybe in like 2012, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. Like somewhere around that time, and I forget that people still fucking use it, and I'm just like, why? Why
it
do you
changes
have it?
every time I look at it. It's like they changed it all around, and it looks totally different. I can't find anything anymore. I'll tell you what,
Dude, it's dorky. It looks like shit. everyone on there is ugly. That's just like facts.
Yeah. It's
Cool.
crazy. It's. I've had it for so long because it's been around for so long. It's just pictures of like you can just go through and just see my glasses change. It's amazing. I used to have these
Wait, how have they changed? Oh,
when I
I guess they
was
got smaller.
when I was younger. I had these incredible. I thought it made me look mature, but I got them too big, and I just looked like a. I look like an artsy lesbian, which is it's very easy for me to fall into that role. I am Mr. Lexington. That's a little San Francisco reference there. And I have been called, during certain times of my life, I have been consistently called ma'am by, like bank tellers and stuff like that because they assumed that I was like a butch lesbian. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. It was when I choose to think it's because of that. It could just be because I was trying to do identity theft on a series of women I had tricked into giving me their checkbooks, but I assume it's because of the haircut. Yeah, it's tough out there. It's tough out there. I've just been reading. Everybody's complaining about quarantine, like Facebook, Twitter, all these things. Tell you what, think about something else.
I'm in like new zone now. I think I might have finally I'm like fully locked and loaded now in quarantine. I've got like 2 schemes I'm working on simultaneously.
Wait,
And I'm not telling anyone what they are, but
I know what one of them is.
like you know what both of them are. You're just forgetting one of them.
Yes.
But but yeah, it's like everything's moving. I'm like moving and shaking. I was on the phone last night for like 3 hours talking through a bunch of my schemes.
Oh, I do know what the other scheme is.
It's good.
But those are 2 different kinds of schemes. I wouldn't even group those schemes together.
No, they're separate.
One is a scheme. They're schemes from different parts of the body, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I think I might. I know we talked about this last stream. I think I might try transcendental meditation.
You didn't know what it was, I thought.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
now
want
I
to
do.
People got mad at us for talking.
Well, now I do. Here's the thing. I've already got transcendental waking state.
What?
I'm like transcendent right now.
No, I don't think you understand what it is.
I did only do a cursory examination of its precepts, yes, but it's we got to check if Esalen is still up. Fuck. I wish like you want something fucking crazy.
I've never been that salon.
You want to hear a little crazy story? Check this out. It only doesn't really involve Esalen at all, actually. So my dad used to be a journalist in San Francisco. I should really have him on to tell this, but he can't work this stuff. My dad used to be a journalist in San Francisco until like last year. He was a local, like worked for local news. At the time, I think this is the kind of late 70s. He worked for, I think, KPFA. And he lived in North Beach and hung out at a couple places there. One called Cap's Corner, where he's actually told me this many times, that he had sex with every single waitress who worked there for like 20 years. Or he dated, excuse me. He was not crude about it. But the other place was the Washington Square Bar and Grill, which used to be where like politicians and journalists and people hung out. It's like kind of a scummy place. He was dating this woman who sold heroin
Okay.
for people to use, and he introduced her to the guy who was, I believe, the DA of San Francisco, who was a married man, who, is the DA. Then a little thing happens, which is the murders of Harvey Milk and Mayor Moscone, by Dan White, a police officer turned politician. I'm telling the people don't know. But this DA had started doing a horizontal mambo with the heroin dealer, and in fact had started injecting heroin. They fucking just bam zoom out of town. The guy's married with kids. He's a fucking DA.
No.
They split town, and I think are either hiding out near Esalen or they go to Mexico while like the entire Dan White murder trial is happening.
Oh my gosh.
I got to look up the exact details of this. I got a book about the case here that I haven't read. But it's basically like this guy fucked the case up so bad that Dan White famously got off with the Twinkie defense. It's my dad's fault kind of because the guy was such a junkie and he was a poon hound. So
the original Coomer.
The original, he coomed so hard that he lost the murder. He lost the murder case of fucking the mayor and Harvey Milk. Yeah, I don't know, but that was my dad's got a few like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I talked about the Vonnegut one last time.
Yeah. Have you read that book, Season of the Witch?
Who wrote that? Who wrote that?
I can't remember.
It's that local dude, right?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. His son, I think, made The Last Black Man in San Francisco, which I haven't seen either.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
There's one book though, and it totally goes into like a bunch of that kind of stuff.
She would do the zebra killings, where they were just shooting cops. San Francisco was fucking, and then in the 80s, it just became like San Francisco in the 80s was like.
Explain the zebra killings that people don't know about this stuff.
Zebra killings. Let me look up exactly what happened. But the zebra killings were the murders of a bunch of, I believe, police officers by. Yeah, the zebra murders were a string of racially motivated. They were black Muslims, like the organization. They weren't just like black guys that were Muslims. They killed 15 people and wounded 8 others. Damn. Fucking insane. They were called San Francisco death-based Death Angels. May have killed more people in the early to mid-70s than all other serial killers operating in that area combined. And that was in the early 70s. And then you had the Harvey Milk shit in the late 70s. I mean, San Francisco was just... Dianne Feinstein becomes mayor, starts putting up the fucking Confederate flag. Very weird shit going on. And then...
Yeah, she wasn't a great mayor.
No. Remember when she got like in trouble for the insider trading stuff like a month ago? Or didn't get in trouble, but it was just like noted that happened?
Yeah, she didn't get in any trouble.
No. Well, neither did... Well, her thing's like a little more understandable because it's like a little weird. Like, they sold medical stock, but like they shouldn't have sold. But it was like the timing of it was very bizarre.
No, she sucks. She's crooked. She's not as bad as, or no, they're both bad. Remember Barbara Boxer? She was also terrible.
She's awful.
Kamala took her seat, but who also is terrible? They're all terrible. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. But Dianne Feinstein has been like, she's been around San Francisco for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's got where she lived too.
Pelosi's too. People don't know about the Pelosi family. That's like old school mobbed family.
When I lived in the Mission on Utah, across the street from me was this big ass SRO that like some buddies of mine knew people that lived there. And they go buy drugs there and stuff. And in fact, a friend of a friend, my friend, like watched his buddy die there, all this shit. It was like a notorious, like basically drug den, right? And like, you know, if you live there, I mean, it was a big ass apartment building, and so like it wasn't like all that. And people would try to get repairs, and people's doors would fall off, and they like wouldn't be able to get a new door. Fucking owned by Pelosi's kid, like through a shell company. I got interviewed by local publication for the anchor stuff.
Aliotos?
No. Aliotos are. I love the Aliotos.
They're connected. That's a family.
Yeah, that's Italians. But Angela Alioto.
No.
Pelosi's not Italian.
No, I just mean that the Pelosi's and the Aliotos are.
Yeah, it's just San Francisco, like big money politics. But Angela Alioto, when she ran for mayor, was so funny because she just had two giant bodyguards, both of them black, flanking her at all times in what I have to say is the worst optics I've ever seen for anyone running for mayor, because they were like They'd open doors for her. It was just very weird. And she showed up to everything in a really nice car. And like, she's obviously like a little light in the loafers. And it's like no fucking clue what, like addled. No clue what was going on.
I never know what you mean when you use that, and I can't use any context.
I use light in the loafers colloquially.
Does it mean gay? That's
no, it doesn't. It means gay to some people. It means confused to other people. And I don't think they'll mean those are leaked. I don't know. No. I'm saying those are two separate, unconnected definitions. Light in the loafers means you're like dizzy because...
This is not what it means.
It's what it's meant to me since I was a child. This is what light in the
You're
loafers
literally the only person who thinks it doesn't mean gay.
Definitions have to start at one point in world's history. There was one guy who was like, it means gay, and now in his stead comes another guy who's like, fine, it can mean gay, but what it really means is confused. And this sounds like it's going to get me in trouble. Again, these are not linked. These are separate definitions. It's like how the word doghouse has two separate definitions. It's the place where you go when you're a dog. It's the place where you go when your wife is mad at you. Two different things.
All right, keep going with the story.
I can't remember the rest. I love Angela Alioto. I went on a date to Alioto's when it was the first time. You know when you're young and you're like...
The restaurant?
The restaurant, the water... You know when you're young and you're like, I'm going to go to like... a date, but I'm gonna go to like a fancy restaurant, but you always go to like the weirdest, corniest shit.
That's cute.
Yeah, well, I had my first girlfriend ever was a girl named Kat, who was 3 years older than me. I think she was 18 and I was 15, or 16 and 19, which respect for me for that. Who was her father was known as the Muffin King of Sacramento. He was a like big muffin, not
the Muffin Man.
No, he was a muffin magnate. I mean, this guy. I'm telling you, Liz. This guy he made those muffins you find in gas stations that are packaged. He was a muffin millionaire. But yes, and I was so ugly, and this girl was so like decent looking. Especially compared
to... Was she or no?
She was good looking. Yeah, hold on. Someone's ringing my doorbell. Well, I'll be back.
Oh my god. The Muffin King. You guys, you see what I'm dealing with? Brace is just a fucking gem. What's up, guys? How are you?
That's a guy just...
Someone's mad that your mouse is in the way.
Oh. Y'all like this? Look.
I can't see it, so I don't know what they're talking about.
I'm not doing anything. Look, I'm making her eat a booger. Well, so she was also... This is going to sound weird, no matter how I tell it. But at the time, it made a lot of sense. It still makes a lot of sense. She was so rich that she would come into San Francisco, and obviously I was 15. She couldn't stay at my parents' house. She would take us to like the Four Seasons and get a fucking like corner suite at like the Four Seasons downtown, like fancy shit.
Oh.
And I would have, and like we'd stay.
Money for you.
So she lived in Stockton. I lived with my parents, and so it's like she'd come down. So I went to Stockton. I don't know why she lived in Stockton.
How did you meet her?
A punk show. She was like in emo, and she was like getting into punk, and I met her in the Hazmat, and I was in a punk band, and so she was like, "This guy's cool." I to this day I have no clear idea why she did. I was supremely ugly at this age, I'm not being self-effacing. I was legitimately a 2. Tops. And again, she's like pretty, like, and there's like no obvious. Well, there turned out to be. She was a little crazy, but I didn't really bear the brunt of that at all. She was a liar, which I have ultimate respect for. But she would do this thing later where she would just buy records and tell you she like really insanely rare like $1,000 records and say she found it at like a thrift store, and I'm like, Dude, my buddy literally just called me and told me he sold my girlfriend $1,000 record. So I'm like, it's not. I don't care. I know you're rich.
What a weird thing to lie about.
I kind of get it. She owns 2 houses in San
She's
Francisco.
embarrassed of the muffin money.
Well, here's the thing. So I found out about the muffin thing just like through dating her. She never introduced me to her parents or anything, but she said that she got $30,000 a month from being part of the Pachenko Indian tribe, which I was like,
what?
I know, and this sounds weird because like she was very pale, like she just like didn't look native, and like as far as I understood, you had to be like a pretty, like I know it differs from tribe to tribe, but like I knew a little bit about that tribe, and it was like there's like not that many of them, and so I'm like, it just like didn't make sense to me, but apparently she was because she got $30K a month from them. And she gave me a leather jacket, like a $600 leather jacket that I still have. It's a woman's leather jacket, but no one's ever noticed that. She gave me the coat of honors.
Woman's jacket.
Well, it's not like it's just a regular biker jacket, but the zipper's on the wrong side, which.
Yeah, because it's a lady's coat.
It's a lady's. I'll show you the coat. Hold on, it's a fantastic jacket, baby. Sorry, I'm getting past the H to DMI wiring.
It's so perfect that Brace would wear a woman's motorcycle jacket. I feel like you guys understand why that's perfect. And date the muffin.
Classic jacket, baby. Lou Reed studs by.
That's your jacket. You used to wear that jacket every day of your life.
This was my punk leather jacket from when I was younger. This guy. It's great,
Yeah.
but the problem is, it's got a big ass hole, and it's.
Yeah, because it's too small for you because it's a woman's jacket.
It's not too small for me. It was too big for her. That's why she fucking gave it to me, Liz. I wouldn't wear a tight leather jacket. That's weird. Oh, God. You want to see something funnier?
Yes.
Check out this guy.
Oh my God, I remember you wearing that.
I could probably sell this motherfucker.
Were you always wearing gloves too?
I was the man who pioneered fingerless gloves in the early 2000s punk and rock and roll community.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this guy went on a U.S. tour, strapped in with fingerless gloves, 24/7. The next time I went on tour on the East Coast, every schmuck from fucking Buffalo, New York, down to whatever is down in the low Tampa or something, was wearing fingerless leather gloves in the summertime. That's how you make a difference in this world, baby.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're the fingerless gloves of podcasts or something.
I'm the fingerling potatoes of podcasts. Easy
Oh.
to digest and be loved by all. From your experience, how accurate is the show Homeland's depiction of the sea? How do people have time to watch all these shows? Everyone's always asking me about a TV show. I don't know.
You don't watch anything.
But I don't understand when I'm supposed to do that.
We're in quarantine.
But
You could do whatever you want.
No, I don't. We record twice a week and we stream twice a week.
But there's other hours in the day.
Yeah, but I use all of those to find information. I'm always pecking and packing on the keyboard there.
Clicking and clocking.
What the fuck do you do all day, Brace? I think.
Don't tell him. None of your beeswax. Brace can do whatever he wants all day.
Listen, I'm engaged in psychic warfare against evil forces. I'm serious. I'm in all day, either cloistered in attack prayers, I call them, or meditating to defend those I love. Is Anchor Steam closed? No, Anchor Brewing Company is not closed. They are still open, and in fact, if you've been paying attention, we asked people to sign a petition to give the workers hazard pay, but damn, next day, although I don't know, it's because of the petition, probably because of the union, stuff like that, the workers are getting $3 more an hour, which seems very nice, which is good, because we got raises because of the union, too, so it's...
Yeah.
Have you ever been to, like, a straight-up psychic?
Yeah.
Multiple times? I've been once.
Multiple times. There is someone that I trust.
I knew this. I went once and it was accurate. Like I have no other way to
No, it's real.
like it was full on like real. This lady was she was a gypsy. Like she's called herself a gypsy. I don't know. I know people don't like, but like that's what her thing was. She was there's a family of them that lived under my old apartment. And the day she moved in, she did a free thing on me. She was like, "We're neighbors." It's like, blah. And our house was very like, we went back and forth with them, brought them stuff. They brought us stuff. She like knew the entire like specific details of my life.
Where was it? Here?
It was on Haight Street, under that apartment. There was a psychic. Where like the dean office was.
Where what? Where in Haight Street?
Lower Haight and Steiner. It was like, we walked by there in the time when the Dean Preston
lived there, dude. Where?
It was not when you lived there. It was underneath my old house there. It was where the Dean Preston campaign office was. On that bottom part. Okay. She was only there for like a year because she got kicked out. She used to go, her husband would go gambling with the landlord. It was a Vietnamese podiatrist who was disbarred from podiatry. He could no longer practice as a foot doctor for unknown reasons. And he would just send Jen pictures of food he ate every single day. He still does that. And very weird. Not in like a sex way either, just in like a check this out, I'm eating crab. They would go to Reno every single weekend and lose every single dime of my rent money. And then, but the fucked up thing was a guy I know got bilked out of like $7,000 by her.
Oh shit! How?
She would just increasingly borrow larger sums of money and pay it back, and increasingly borrow and pay it back, and then one day they just disappeared.
Classic.
I mean, it's like it's kind of on you if you're giving money.
Yeah.
Like of the 1,000 variety to a second. But she was right about everything about me. She knew everything that I was going to do.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And she cast spells of protection when I was in Syria.
Oh, that's very nice of her.
Yeah.
Someone just gave me the number of a like really old woman in Turin that I'm supposed to talk to.
Turin, like Italy?
Mm-hmm. And that she's like legit, like
is she Romani? Is she Romani?
Yeah,
it would make sense in Turin.
The person that I used to go to in LA, I really liked. And you gotta kind of like, there's so much of that grifter crap, too. Like, if you're ever interested, never go to a place that's got like attractive 20-year-olds and like succulents and shit.
No, they are. From what I understand,
like trash places.
From what I understand, you need shit places, but you need like I'm reading this book, magicians and those practicing like psychic forces, which includes psyop people. Like this is even they took a lot of this from the CIA like Psy War Operations Manual. Is you need two things. You need set and setting, and the setting is really important because like the guy explains. The reason that magicians practice in graveyards is because you go to a graveyard, you feel afraid, right? And you feel like the sense of mortality. And that fear opens a door and lets in whatever you're trying to get at you. Mm-hmm. This is why I am surrounded by bullets. Sense. It does make sense. And like it really makes sense. It's also like... They describe this period of somnambulant, like that half sleep period, somnambulant.
What?
I don't know, but it's the period between when you're awake and you're asleep. It's like that layer, and I'm always talking about that mid layer.
Yeah.
And like that's the sweet spot. That's the sweet spot, and like that's where I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
Through all this, it feels like I can't stop doing that. We gotta. I am trying to wage spiritual war, baby.
I know.
We have so many enemies.
Sure. Why do I hear myself? Do you have the sound on?
I do not. Are you echoing on your side?
No.
You don't. Is it from mine? Maybe I'll move the mic.
No, it's okay.
How bad is it?
Talk about something not stupid. Screw you.
Mm-hmm.
Everything we talk about is stupid.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I have been saying insane shit since the day we started this. I don't understand why people like give me any credit or like credence.
I know. We're just speaking our truth.
I am mentally dynamic. Right? I am always adapting and rolling around. Do you think we could wage war on Epstein's spirit? You're thinking about it all wrong. You need to discuss things with his spirit. Fuck. I had something I wanted to mention. Here, I'm gonna share that little meme I made earlier just on here real quick.
You can? How do you do it?
Well, just by this. I was too afraid to post that. I made that very early this morning. I was too afraid to post that from the Twitter account.
Why? I don't know why you were afraid. You post crazier shit than that.
It just seemed too flippant. Yeah, I went.
Your Joe Biden one that you made of yourself.
Oh, yeah. Dude, there's a Joe Biden character generator. Like, NPC.
Really?
Yeah.
I can make one?
Let me see where it is. It is avatar.joebiden.com.
Wait, really? I'm gonna make one.
Absolutely should. Yes, 100%. It's fantastic. But I realize that's a great thing. You're very blurry, sweetheart.
I still don't know how to do it.
Wait, I'm trying to split us up my glasses. This is fuck. Look at this.
That's cool looking. Hello.
My glasses are smudgy. They should make it's a crime they haven't made glasses that don't smudge. It's not how you do it, honey. Honey, you gotta put your hand in front of it and then move it back slowly till it's next to your face.
Oh,
you still did it wrong, but it somehow did it. Do you think apes have the capacity to believe in God?
Yeah, the ape god. Everyone knows this.
That was my next question. They probably worship a different. I think they're monotheistic, but it's a different religion.
Yeah, it'll be it's the ape god.
Someone said King Kong. King Kong.
No, that's not religious. That's the ruler.
Yeah, that's their king. Well, Donkey Kong. Any sort of Kong is a title. Kong is the ape version of Khan, right? Like Genghis Khan wasn't the only Khan. There were a bunch of Khans.
God.
You're moving around too much.
I like to move around.
Well, then you gotta face the consequences. I don't know how far back you are from the camera either.
There we go. Okay, wait. I'm gonna make a thing.
Oh,
I'll do it later. I'm gonna make a cute TrueAnon Team Joe thing. Avatar.
Got a little something for Team Joe. I can't believe Team Joe's happening. It's amazing.
Joe Biden?
Where's he been? Where's he at?
He's like, the DuPonts have him hostage in Delaware.
I
think he is actually at DuPont Hotel.
Really? Oh, he's at a hotel?
They have a hotel, yeah, in Delaware.
I thought he was in his house.
My theory is he's not.
I like it. I'm in. Why should he be?
I mean, that's obviously like a weird basement that he's in, right? Maybe he is in his house.
I've heard it described as his rumpus room.
But it's obviously a green screen, isn't it?
I don't. But people say that. I don't buy the green screen. No, I think it's real. It's just because his books are oversized, but old people have all those big ass books. It's like Trains of the Pacific Coast.
Yeah, because it's like they ordered them from the Encyclopedia Britannica. Remember that? The encyclopedia. Remember that?
My dad belongs to the Naval Institute or something. It's like my dad belongs to all these. He likes boats and planes and train. He loves trains. But
everyone's in trains. Trains are having a moment.
Oh yeah, they're big. They're big. But he got this. He's reading. They sent him a book about MK Ultra. And I'm like, is this institute the actual Naval Institute? Like, or is it just something that's called the? I don't get. It's
their book on MK Ultra is actually a part of MK Ultra.
it's like it rules, dude. It fucking. But he called me to talk MK Ultra the other day. I was like, that's very sweet of you. I've always wondered. I mean, he lived here back then. He lived here back then.
I know.
And he reported on Patty Hearst. He reported on Patty Hearst my dad would pretend to be at the Patty Hearst trial, and like he was the reporter on this, but he was actually at a house in the Mission, and he would get his friend to make like sounds in the background, like he was out somewhere, and he would record these things that he was at outside the courthouse or whatever doing it, but he was just getting drunk. Yeah, he was just getting drunk in an apartment for KPFA.
Was he around for Jim Jones?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah. He lived here since 64.
Okay.
Or 67. But
you know what's how much of that stuff have you read? Have you read about?
I have Raven, like the big-ass book about him, and I read like a third of it, but then I started reading a different book.
Talk about psychic war, dude.
Well, my theory is...
You know what's wild is that, Jones was all moneyed up with, like, Harvey Milk, everyone.
Oh, Jones was super close to Milk.
Super close to Harvey Milk.
That was like his big guy.
Just been completely erased from the Harvey Milk.
Dude, Jim Jones's followers once had a fucking gunfight with a Maoist, like black Maoist group in the Fillmore to see who would get like appointed to some like position by the city. They were like, my weird theory about why Fillmore's politics are all like super moderate, even though everyone there is like just totally fucked over by the city, is because Jim Jones like ruined radicalism there because he killed like 400 fucking Fillmore people. And he was
That's an interesting idea.
It's like I feel weird saying it because people get mad at me, but like the Fillmore's politics, it's like this. It's like the formerly mostly black neighborhood in San Francisco.
There's like no. You're right that there is like no radical element there, which is a little weird.
Like not even a little bit. It's like there are like some people who do it on the, and of course there's Midtown, which is this like big apartment or it's like a public housing / private housing complex. Been a rent strike for a long time, but like there is no like radical groups from there, and that's sort of like my weird. There's also like everyone got evicted in the past 30 years. There's only 2% black people in San Francisco.
Right.
But
is that what it is? 2% now?
Yeah, but the thing is, Jim Jones shit was like that. I mean, who did he kill? Leo Ryan?
Yeah.
Leo Ryan was like investigating the CIA.
Yeah, Jim,
like,
if people have not, that's a fun quarantine deep dive, by the way. If you guys are not familiar, even if you're not from San Francisco or California, like, the show with Jim Jones is fucking wild.
I met his son. My dad introduced me to his son, but he didn't know him. I was just, like, at a thing. My dad was like, hey, this is Jim Jones' son. Leo Ryan killed by... There's a website that has a lot of... fuck. Oh, it's funny. On CIA.gov. Look at this bullshit. Ryan Aid discounts Jonestown mythology. There's a lot of unanswered questions about Jonestown. I'll say it like that.
I have some questions.
We're going to have to do a mini-series about Jonestown. It was like 100... Dude, it was... Yeah.
It's going to have to be like 3 or 4 episodes. Probably.
Also, Guyana had like a left-wing government too. A lot of people don't know this, but Guyana has... Their 2 main parties are communist, socialist parties. But they both belong to the different ethnic... There's a large Indian population in Guyana and a large black population and a large native population, I think. Oh, there's no large population of anyone. There's like 400 people that live there. But their 2 like different parties are both socialist parties. And they had, I believe, just taken power when Jones moved down there. Not like in a revolution, but they'd been voted in. And... some people think that the Jonestown thing was also to discredit them. I don't know. I mean, I do know. It probably was. But I gotta finish that book. That book doesn't say that, as far as I know. I think it's like a pretty straight history.
I haven't read all of it. I have it somewhere.
It's a hefty fucking tome.
I know.
Hold on. Once again, I am extremely warm. I have to to fix it. Are you still cold?
No, my heat's all fixed, but now it's like super crazy. It's like, I don't know. I gotta figure something out with my radiators.
What's going on?
They're just acting up. The one in my bedroom, without fail, turns on every morning at like 5:45, and it's
loud?
so fucking loud. So okay, before you could hear in the pipes. I mean, I used to joke. It was kind of like Lynchian, and I kind of liked it, actually. It was like a weird, like, low hum. I would joke that there were, like, whales that lived above me because that's, like, what it sounded like, whales. I liked it. It was cool. Anyway, they fixed it, which is kind of sad. And now my radiators are being crazy. I know, I gotta bleed my radiator. Okay, I know. But...
You gotta what your radiator?
You're supposed to bleed your radiator, but I don't know how to do it.
Oh, baby, I don't know what kind of rituals these people are talking about, but that sounds dangerous, honey.
No. But they're like really old. They're like cast iron guys. So
well, hold on. I gotta fix my. I don't have a radiator. I have heat that's extremely cheap for some reason. I think it's either because it's electric. I think it's because it's electric, but I can sit.
Central heat.
Central heat. It's the first apartment I've ever lived in that has like a thing where I can touch it and it makes the heat different. I'll tell you what, I'm living like a prince.
Wait, do you guys know what to do with the radiator? YouTube that. Yeah, I know. You know what? I will have you know, I'm actually very handy around the house. I've been a lot handier than plenty of men I've dated. And this is the one thing that I can't totally figure out with these guys. I'm really good at all that stuff. The only thing I don't like to touch is electrician stuff. Liz, I look tired?
Never say, fellas, never.
I don't think I look tired.
Ever say that to a broad. Are you fucking out of your mind?
Do I look tired? Dude.
Don't listen to him, baby.
That's so mean.
That is a classic mean thing to say to a girl, though, for those who are paying attention.
What's wrong with you? Okay, now you're just being jerks. Everyone's a jerk. Someone said I look pregnant. I wish.
I wish you looked pregnant, too.
Someone said you're glowing. What was the meme you sent earlier?
What? The pussy one?
The Matrix one? That one's really fun.
Oh, yeah, that one's good. I also had my idea. I couldn't say this on the TrueAnon account. I did really much. I can't find it now, but I wanted to say, Christ. I feel like people would have gotten too mad at me for saying this on TrueAnon. Many people are wondering how they can apply the lessons of Assange getting lockdown pussy to their own lives. But
see, I told him that we couldn't do it because
for good reasons.
Because of the rape allegations, which I think are all.
I'll say go ahead with the court case. Let it all come out. And I want to go on record, I do not like Julian Assange. But I
well, like he's dead. He's basically dead.
He's basically dead. I mean, it's like, if someone can offer me a coherent explanation as to why he's in the state he's in, please, by all means, give it to me. Christ. So I don't know if people saw this, that the ex-Guardian journalist Seth Friedman revealed to be working for Weinstein. We fucking covered this motherfucker last year because our dear friend, who I don't want to name because he hasn't given me permission, of the pod, was fucking tricked by this. Or this guy tried to trick him and failed and basically advertised Black Cube services, like, using him to try to, it's totally fucked up. But it led me to, realize, there has to be an investigation of the Bourdain stuff.
Oh, you think... Well, that's what, what's her name? His fucking girlfriend. That's what she said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen her movie? Argento, Asia Argento.
Isn't she
I was trying to
in?
think of, like, you know, the
She's the
director's
fucking Suspiria guy's daughter?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I like the new
Were you
Suspiria.
ever a big Argento? I was like super into Argento when I was young.
I gotta say, I'll be real with you. The only reason I've ever seen any movie by that guy is in order to make a girl think that I was cultured. You know, I'm not a big movie. For me, my memory of Suspiria is like there's lights and Goblin. The band Goblin did the soundtrack. I'm like, this is cool, but like I don't want to listen to Goblin. But I like the new one. I like the new Suspiria a lot.
Really? Did you?
Loved it. Yeah,
Oh
fantastic.
my god, really?
Yeah,
I thought it was kind of goofy.
it was goofy.
It really did. You know that Leah and I went to dance class though after.
It's funny because you know where Young Chomsky knows Leah from is singing class. So everyone here has taken a class with Leah except for me.
Oh wait, people are getting. We haven't. I've taken multiple exercise classes with Leah over the years.
Wait, what are people getting mad at us for something?
No, they want us to actually talk about Bourdain.
Oh, well, I can't.
I skipped over it, but my point was that Asia Argento, when he died, she was like, I don't think she thought, or her like initial thing, I think, was that he didn't kill himself.
Well, his like suicide was so strangely timed, and so like, I mean, it's just like, I'm a historical materialist, baby. Like, that guy didn't kill himself. Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
have I ever told you about the time I met him?
No.
I don't know if I want to say it on air because but I guess he's dead, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So there was this like crazy storm in San Francisco. Like it was like insane, like flooding, power lines were down, like it was insane. Everyone's inside, and I was living on Cap Street. My friend works at Bender's around the corner on 19th and South Venice, right? Yeah. And she was like, come by, I'm so bored. Please hang out with me, whatever. It was like a Tuesday or something. So I go over there and I sit down and we're just chatting or whatever. And fucking Tony Bourdain comes in. And he told me to call him Tony, by the way. I'm not being whatever. Hang out all through afternoon, through the evening. He gets fucking hammered.
Classic.
You know, because he likes that place. Because they, you know, the kitchen there was like, they would do crazy stuff. They had all the like fried food. It was super metal. You know, it's a metal bar. Whatever.
I'm familiar.
He would come all the time, I guess. And then he was just like red-faced, crazy drunk, super cool guy, talking all night. Can't even remember. A lot about politics, actually. And then he like got up to like stumble out to leave, and he kissed me. I think he was married at the time.
Mouth or cheek?
I know, it's a good one, right?
Wow. Classic.
Yeah,
Liz.
classic. He told me to call him Tony.
Classic Liz. If only I had used that line back then. Please call me Brace. It's my Italian name. No, so a lot of people are posting a link of Argento with the 17-year-old boy. Now, I'm not claiming... You know, remember she like fucked that 14-year-old kid or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's very weird.
That whole situation was extremely weird too. Like I believe that happened.
She's kind of weird.
She's totally crazy. Are you fucking kidding? And she's European. What?
All of her movies are just like her topless.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm not saying that Asia Argento it's like, but those photos and that like story reappeared for a fucking reason, right? Like, do not just, like, these things are not happening just organically. That didn't just come out. Like, that was happening for a reason. That whole thing was designed. You know, it's I'm not, like, excusing her fucking some 14-year-old. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, whole situation very strange. But I think Anthony Bourdain was killed because there were all those rumors out there that he was killed by Clinton operatives.
Yeah, there were people trying to because she had started talking, and he was kind of. I feel like he had started talking too about Weinstein and all that stuff.
Well, that's why they killed him. Weinstein had him killed.
Talking about Black Cube.
Exactly. It's like, you think they had one of these guys was a journalist at The Guardian for years. You think they don't have a guy who can smoke someone? Are you fucking kidding? It's the oldest trick in the book. Get out of here. They can easily kill somebody. They can kill you. They won't because they don't need to. But killing him sent a message too.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of these happen.
But they still took down Harvey.
Yeah, but
Harvey was a rogue agent at that point. Yeah. He was working his own angles. They cut him loose.
Who did?
Already. I think they cut him loose already.
Oh yeah, for sure. They don't
because the whole thing about Ronan and Harvey.
What?
Because Ronan Farrow broke the story, right?
Yes.
And I feel like we said this on the podcast, or maybe on one of the streams, or maybe not. But so they were both repped by the same age. They were both at CAA, Ronan and Harvey. And CAA knew about Ronan's piece months ahead of time, and they were managing the entire rollout from both sides. Hollywood knows what's up. So the whole this idea that no one, Ronan, dropped this whole thing. Oops. It's no. Hollywood knew all about it. And CAA, remember, a couple weeks before the New Yorker story dropped, they did a whole thing where they fired a bunch of people for what was allegedly sexual misconduct to put it, and it was in the Hollywood Reporter and Deadline and all this stuff, that they were taking all this stuff seriously. And this is before, Me Too, because Harvey Weinstein is the,
the spark.
Yeah.
Single spark that lit a prairie fire.
Yeah. And so CAA was ahead of this game, managing it for all us little dumb piggies that fell for it. All managed.
Well, that was the whole problem Rose McGowan had, is that they were fucking doing these Time's Up events at the CAA offices.
Really?
Yeah. She spoke about it back then. She's like, this is fucking insane. I'm not getting involved with this. This is literally, that must be crazy because that poor woman has not had an easy time of it. But my God, that must be crazy to be these are the rape organization or one of the rape organizations. And now they've stage managed it so successfully that they are having the Time's Up events at their fucking offices. If you were involved, if you were on the opposite end of that, if a predator preyed on you and there was a CAA person seeing that, that's a signal too, because that's a signal that we're in control, that this is our narrative, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at Me Too, Christ, that did not, if you really think about it, limited damage.
Yeah.
Limited damage.
I will say this. I was a vocal critic of Me Too from the beginning. And a lot of men in my life didn't really respect what I had to say about it. I'll just say that.
Well, you did Me Too me, right, when that was happening. So
I'm being serious. It's true.
Yeah.
A lot of woke men had problems with women who were criticizing Me Too.
It's just look at it now. It's not even a factor anymore. You know what I mean? It's just yeah. It's the thing is, my thought of it always was it was an amputation to save the body, and really a minor amputation at that.
Yeah.
It was not. It was a way to limit damage, to control the narrative, to control. When I'm not kidding. Hollywood is all fucking sickos. It's all if Me Too was a real thing,
weird for a reason.
David Geffen would be fucking being marched to the goddamn gallows. And the fact that
yet he's not. He's actually hanging out with Obama.
All your fucking buddy celebs fucking hanging out with him. And David Geffen is like the most notorious motherfucker, longer running than Weinstein. Countless victims, countless victims, young victims. And he's hanging out with the ex-president while you motherfucker, you're sitting at home watching me on a Twitch stream. Thank you very much. But it's I'm telling you, it's all stage managed. It's all stage managed. It's easier for them. People never think that people would hurt themselves in order to save themselves, but they will. Yeah.
No, that's so bullshit.
Speaking of, and we don't have to dwell on this too much because I want to.
Wait, I'm gonna get more iced tea. Hold on a second.
Okay. Do you want to talk Britain after this?
Yeah, we should talk about it.
Okay. Well, how about she's getting more nice tea? How about you guys get a little nice to me?
That's the grace.
Do you like that?
Can you hear me?
No, I was talking to the crowd. I was saying she's getting some iced tea. Why don't you guys get nice to me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Oh, well, I couldn't really hear you.
I got more candy.
You got what kind of candy you get? baby, come on. You know I'm crazy about Reese's, and you know they're forbidden from me. But I love. Let me see.
Right.
Milk. Dude, I am relegated to the worst candies. Aside from sour gummies, every candy I have to have is just a subpar version of a regular good candy. It's ridiculous. I'm telling you, milk. You win this one, guys. You win this one.
At least you didn't go soy.
I'm soy, baby.
Do you think it causes man boobs?
I mean, I think just like eating like whatever gross preservatives that American eats cause man boobs. Because here's the thing. American women would have much more fantastic big ass titties if soy really did cause boobs to get bigger.
We were just talking about... Well.
Yeah. Oh, my theories on... for some reason, fake breasts, and I know the reason, but I don't want to say because people get mad at me. Fake breasts have been in the news. I want to be completely clear. And by news, I mean girls I know who don't have them on Twitter have been mad about those who do. Here's the thing. I want to be clear. I am 110% in favor of augmented breasts. 100%. If you want to get fake boobs, baby, go get fake. I will literally, no irony here. That's cool with me. I'm not even a boob guy. You know I'm a leg man. You know I love gams. Not like to fuck. Again, I always have to make that clear. I don't want to fuck them. I like them. And butts. Of course I love breasts. Of course. A human being. But if you want to get fake ass titties, baby, go ahead. Do not listen to the haters. You should be free.
Well, that's my idea. That's my platform. Medis fall for all. Because this is what I'm saying. Now, I don't know how many of the fellas know this, but women, it costs a lot to look nice and take care of yourself every month. And I think there should be a national program. Mm-hmm. Let's get, make American women hot again. Universal basic, allowance for beauty stuff,
Because right now it's in the private market. There are hundreds of thousands of men like me who are forced to support a large group of women financially every single month in order for them to look hot. Mm-hmm. I pay $25K a month in makeup fees alone for my stable.
No, you don't.
But you know what? I think that because fuck it. Money's... let me ask you this. Would MMT be able to subsidize fake titties?
No. MMT is just a description of the existing monetary system. All it does is explain how modern monetary systems function. It's not anything else.
Well, all right. Then would I be able to use the existing monetary system to guarantee tig old biddies for every man, woman, and child in America.
Yeah. It's a question of real resources, not the limit on fake titties is the existence of fake titties.
What are fake titties made out of?
Fake titties available, not any kind of funding mechanism.
They're made out of silicone, right? Silicone?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if they changed it.
They must have changed it. There was that one lady who could make them big.
Guy in Beverly Hills.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people go to him. A lot of top-notch people go to him. And he does these crazy, like, I mean, I don't follow him, but I've looked at his Instagram a couple times. And he does, like, these flash recovery, like it's like people recover in, like, 2 weeks.
How long does it usually take?
I don't know. I thought it was like 6 weeks.
Yeah, I thought you were kind of laid out for a while. I know people who've gotten fake titties. Yeah. But I was never like around in people's lives when they got them. Like I was never calling my buddy and being like, hey, you want to hang out? And then being like, no, I got big ass titties. I got to lay down for a few weeks. But I know that, yeah, that kind of stuff, you got to recover from it. But there's no like, silicone isn't like a rare substance, right? It's not like diamonds. And they could really put anything in there, couldn't? I mean, I guess silicone's the most real feeling, but like, yeah, I'm an MMT guy now, or not MMT. I don't know what you would call it. That's what I believe. It's a shame if I was to rewrite my book, Fully Automated Luxury Communism, the book that I wrote and published, I would absolutely include that. Speaking of, you like this little segue?
Wait, no. Oh, yeah.
No, go ahead. What?
No, remember we were talking about how boobs are having a moment.
Oh, yes. Well, yes. All right. My theory on this, I did want to expound on. Liz and I were speaking about this in private, but yes, I do it. Titties are in because 90% of men right now, in general, are stuck alone with naught but the internet to keep them company. I can't remember that most women have normal, like, not normal, but not big ass titties. I don't know what normal, I don't know. I'll tell you what, I literally can't tell how big titties are under a shirt. But, you're forced to look at the internet all day, and what do you look at? Who gets on the internet? People with big ass titties, which, respect.
I think it's something deeper.
What?
I'm sorry, my neighbor's outside. My window's open.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with boomer core, which I was trying to explain to you, which is running through the nation. Mm-hmm. Hot new trend, boomer core. Everyone's going, this is the evolution of the I just want a girl meme.
Everyone's
mindset.
Everyone's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want.
It's a development of normcore. Now, what is more norm? A boomer.
Than big titties?
That's what I'm saying.
That is like actually the most normal like guy thing in the world is to absolutely lose your mind if you see big titties. To go like 100% balls to the wall, berserk whenever anyone even says big titties. Like, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, mega milkers.
Happening.
It's a big moment. And we're right on the edge of it. It's coming.
We're for it's the tradamine for men. Because traditional.
Yeah, look, this is return to tradition. We're all about tits now.
Return to tradition. We are all. Listen, I've been consulting with all these guys that have Roman statue avatars, and they're all telling me that I got to get into this thing called megamilkers.com. Absolutely. Embrace the past. Reject it. This is Julius Evola has constantly
reject modernity.
Half of his books. If you look at that guy's books, exactly. It's like the ass. No, that's the future. No, the ass is soy. The big ass titties. He's like, one is soy milk.
There's nothing soy about tits.
Literally, actual milk in them. 100%. You gotta get it too. I've talked about this before. I'll find the thing to show you guys. I just realized how I can find it easily.
I can't believe we're talking about this. It's making me blush.
I don't want to show. These are some pictures I've sent to the TrueAnon group chat recently.
I hate that so much.
I found this after that live stream where I talked about it. It says what it's like having a lactation fetish in 2020. Now let me be perfectly clear. I have never had a blast. I've never gotten blasted by some milk. But I know dudes who've had, and I'd be like, damn, that's crazy. That would be crazy if that happened to me. What? I can't believe anyone's watching this. Respect to you guys.
How many people are watching?
I can't tell because I feel like it says 1.7K. That's fucking a lot.
Hold on a second.
1719.
What?
Before America was found by the Portuguese. Braze, can you tell me I'm pretty? Absolutely. But I won't. Pervert Nurse, dude, whoever's asking about the fucking DI song Pervert Nurse, I fucking hate DI, the worst band from the 1980s, bar none. Never ask me about that shit again. I hate DI, I hate the Vandals, I hate that goofy fucking LA bullshit that evolved into, like, there's a direct link from the DI and the fucking Vandals and all that shit to NoFX, and that shit is bunk.
Yeah, I agree.
It's totally bunk. Fat Mike.
That's that SoCal.
Adolescents are good.
Brains. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They got cement up in there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's that and it turned out the Offspring. And I was actually, God, do you ever hear the band The Transplants? I thought about this last night.
I don't think so.
It was one guy from Rancid, like the main bald guy, and then it was the bald guy from, or maybe a Mohawk, the drummer for Blink-182, and a fucking white rapper from Fresno started a band together. It was totally erased from my memory, and I watched one of their music videos last night. It was a psychotic moment in rock and roll history. That whole era. Totally crazy. Everyone had a DJ?
I know.
And
that was weird.
No one has a DJ anymore.
You know what people need? They need more dancers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Remember how the Mighty Mighty Bosstones just had, like, a guy that just danced?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes,
That's a good gig, too. That's a great gig.
Yeah.
If you could just be the dancer in the band. You don't even have to be talented, to be honest.
Yeah.
You watch a couple YouTubes, get yourself some dance moves.
This one's good. You do one shoulder and then the other shoulder. One shoulder, then the other shoulder. It's hard. You got to keep... Dude, when they try to make us dance in Syria...
I've never seen you dance.
I don't dance. Oh, here's... Let me tell you about this. I do not dance. As you know, Liz knows that our friends group used to go to a lot of dance nights.
Soul night. Everyone always went to soul night.
Soul night this night. There was soul night that night. And it was like, wow.
Oldies night. You went to Oldies night.
What's up?
You went to Oldies night.
I went to Oldies night all the time because, first of all, friends of Primo. It's my boy. But you go to Oldies night because that's where your friends are. They're at Oldies night. They're hanging out at Oldies. That was just what people did back then. You didn't have online gaming like they do now. Now nobody has to go. That's where you meet your wife now. Back then, I had to go to Oldies night to hang out with my friends. And everyone would be like moving and grooving to the chandelles or whatever with some fucking girls. And you're dancing like this. And you know what, me? I'd be like, I don't dance. Because I cannot dance. And there is no conceivable way I can learn to dance. And so there's a risk. It's humiliating to not dance. You should dance if you can. But if you can't dance, you got to weigh it out.
I think you can dance. You just don't want to.
I just don't. I can dance. I later found out I'm pretty good at dancing. But
where did you find that out?
I started dancing. Because there's a tail end of my drinking. I'd get drunk and I'd be like, they grooving with girls. Girls love it when you dance with them.
It's true.
It's totally true. If a girl is like, do you want to dance?
That's old school cutie move.
Exactly. If a girl wants to dance with you and you don't dance with her, Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
So that's what I eventually had to do.
Bye bye.
Yeah, exactly. It's is Brace 50? I'm 43. Do you guys no.
So I don't know why you guys keep saying like, oh, you're old, oh, you don't know about gaming. We just told you, boomer core. Get with the program, guys. You're gonna be left in the dust if you don't keep up with the trends.
I'll tell you this: the only game my computer was capable of playing during this time was Command. It was like old strategy. It wasn't Command and Conquer. It was like one of those old strategy games that you could do that. And I would do heroin and play that for like 6 hours at a time. One time, Liz, did I ever tell you about when I did every drug in a week for a magazine article?
No.
It was really, I don't want to tell the whole story, but the last night, I took acid twice during it. And the last night I took acid and I was dancing in my room. Remember when those African, like they did all this reissues of like African, what's that fucking music called? It's like African funk music. It's not called like, it's called something. There's a name for it. Anyways, they just put out all these reissues and I was completely naked in my room, dancing and grooving. And I was just drinking Coca-Cola all night, and I could smoke in that apartment. I was like 19. I could smoke in that apartment. And I had like 8 bottles of Coca-Cola, and I kept putting cigs in one. And then I was like, fuck, I got to get off of acid. It's like 5 in the morning, and I'm just blasting. Does anyone remember what that shit was called? Not Afrobeat. It was called something else. There was a different name for it. Not Zamrock. High Life. It was High Life. And I was totally naked, and I was flapping around. And then I picked up the bottle with the cig in it, and I drank it like full on, and it immediately brought me out of being on acid. And
Really?
I played flash games on my computer the rest of the night to like ease my come down. I have to get my portable charger. I'll be back in 1 second.
All right. You guys want us to talk about London, huh? I think we're going to do an episode all about the Labour Party documents, but we'll talk a little bit about it when he comes back. Is TrueAnon never going back to investigating sickos? You guys, we just did an episode about Nth Room.
Well, I want to clear that up real quick. Is that our podcast is about literally everybody we talk about on our podcast in a negative tone is a fucking pedophile. Like, we're not just dedicated to... I mean, my life is literally dedicated to solving the Epstein nexus. But, I mean, you want to talk about pedophiles... The Labour Party. Wowee.
Someone said Sean McElwee. You know what?
Sean McElwee.
I was going to say it.
Oh, heard he's a creep? I've also heard he's a fucking creep.
From multiple girls.
Let me just say, happy hour.
What a surprise. What a surprise. Talk about soy mindset.
Happy hour. Having a happy hour is a great way to have drunk girls who are impressed by you. What's up?
Nothing.
No, say it, baby.
Nothing.
Okay.
I was being rude.
I cannot fucking wait to go to his happy hour. I want America back on track just so I can go to Sean McElway's happy hour. I would love nothing more than to plant a big, friendly kiss and a hug on. Mwah, mwah, love you, bud.
I don't know if you can reach.
Love your work. Yeah. He's got a Yashar Ali's figure. But boy, there's. What a fucking... I got no word for it. There isn't a word. It's a mixture. He's a coward, is what he is.
He does seem like a coward.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, this. So there's websites.
I heard some really fucked up stuff about him too that I cannot say.
Uh-huh.
I really want to say on the stream, but I can't say it. I'm sorry, you guys. You're gonna get mad at me.
You told it to me before, right?
I think I did. It had to do with like him. Never mind. I'm not even gonna get into it. It was like It's professional stuff, not personal stuff.
Yeah. Well, he's the youth. How old is that guy too? He's got to be 36 or something, right? Or is he like 50, 20?
No.
I don't know. He could be anywhere between 22 and like 40.
He's like a libertarian too.
That's the thing with all these guys. Literally, all of my enemies.
He literally wants to abolish everything. That's the libertarian dream, by the way. No state.
One of my other enemies online also is like, he's like this big Marxist Leninist now, but you fucking look him up and he has literally articles in like the Cato Institute blog talking about how landlords are troops and shit. It's insane.
Jesus.
I know. My enemies hate me because I just want a fucking people's government. William Gillis. That's another guy. That's a different guy I'm talking about. That's an anarchist I threatened to fucking. But he's nothing, man. That guy's dust in the wind. He's nothing. It's I might as well be talking to a seashell I find on the beach. I'll get more out of that. The Petro guy.
Yes, I know. I always do that when the BT's in.
Also, hello, Jane.
I can hear it through. Is it playing on your phone or something, dude?
Look at that. 0. I don't know why I put my phone up because it's just, but like, there's 0. 0 volume.
Okay.
I'm telling you. Can we play music on here? Like,
someone asked in all caps and lots of question marks if we believe in alien abductions.
I
don't think I do.
Don't. Well, actually, that's not true.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I believe in aliens.
Oh, I believe in aliens. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But it's like...
And I would say, your girlfriend, you want to talk about aliens, she knows a thing or two about aliens.
But it's... I don't know if I believe in, like, those abductions being alien abductions.
Someone just reminded me that I believed in mole people. I forgot about that.
Mole people are real, dude. And look, the mole people fucking made the news, too.
Wake up. Mole people are real. You got people below, you got people above. Okay?
So wait, if I play the song Move, Bitch, Get Out the Way, will the entire audio of our stream be wiped?
What?
Is Def Heaven good or bad? Def Heaven, friend of the pod. At least that one guy is.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know who that band is.
I've never really listened to them because I stopped listening to new music in 2012.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, friend of the pod. Carrie McCoy. Respect to him. Lyndon LaRouche. God, I want to do a LaRouche. I've read 2 books on LaRouche. The LaRouche movement. I don't know if I actually, can you guys tell me if I've told you Single with Antoine Rox? I used to know that guy, but he's, I don't know.
Wait.
I think he got in some sexual. I didn't really follow, but I believe he got in some trouble.
So this report comes out. Basically, it was leaked, right?
Yeah.
So this entire report comes out, and I haven't read all of it. I mean, it's like 1,000 pages, like you said, or 800 pages. But there's some. I mean, they've got these. Basically, they have all these WhatsApp app chats from what you would call the Red Tories, right? And
this was labor, like literally people who worked for the Labor Party.
Yeah, within labor. I mean, these are people like that are. I mean, they're basically all Blairites. Is really what they are.
Yeah.
And you see just insane conversations with them plotting to undermine and wreck Corbyn and the Corbynites within the party.
Yeah, and anti-Semitism was the culture they used. So they pointed out. I mean, let me just read. This is just so fucking insane. Let me just read to you this. The whole thing, remember, for the past like 3 years has been there's this deluge of anti-Semitic, like Labor Party members. There's so many complaints about them, and Corbyn will not fix them. This is in the leaked report. Section 6.8.4, abuse from complainants. In 2019, half of all anti-Semitism complaints and a third of all anti-Semitism cases came from one individual. This person's complaints are typically poorly sourced evidence and submitted in a format that hinders investigation. By the way, that's on purpose. This individual repeatedly emails about the same cases, cluttering the complaints inbox and taking staff time, as staff always have to check whether a case already exists or not, and whether or not all the evidence the complainant is providing has already been logged. So if he sends the same Facebook screenshot, there's different people checking this, someone has to go and check that not only is there a case against that person, but that evidence has already been entered. So that already takes like minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes. A large proportion of the people this individual complains about are either not party members, which is important because that's the thing that has always been true about this, is that most of the people that we're complaining about are not in the Labor Party. They're just random people, and you can complain about anybody to this. So, like, you can send a complaint to the Labor, I think, compliance office, or I think they set up a separate office for this. You can complain about anybody. So it's like, oh, there's all these cases against all these different people. Well, those people don't have to be in the Labor Party. So a large proportion of the people this individual complains about are either not party members or are already in the disciplinary process, something the complainant has been told repeatedly. The complainant is often rude and abusive in their replies to staff responding to his complaints. The party is also aware that the complainants use similar language towards people, including labor members, on social media. So it's this guy, Ian Phillips, I believe is his name. As a good employer and the party of workers' rights, the Labor Party operates a dignity at work policy, which maintains that all staff must be able to carry out their work without experience abuse or harassment. This same complainant regularly emails targeting one staff member in the GLU and making unfounded and offensive allegations about the staff member's character. This is not only an impact on the staff member's working environment, blah, 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 basically really harass this one staff member. However, GLU staff have nevertheless invested considerable resources in ensuring that all the complainant's complaints are logged and investigated. Staff consider all complaints of anti-Semitism that have been raised with the party, even when the complainant is not a party member or uses abusive language themselves. The quality of the complaints submitted by the same individual almost always screenshots of streams of Facebook posts without identifying which comments are being complained about and why are often poor quality. Wow, this sounds like it may have had he may have had some ulterior motives in making these complaints, Liz.
Yeah. It's really gross. And, the report was leaked because let's talk about new labor leadership, right? It's like Corbyn got basically wrecked out of the party. Mm-hmm. The centrists, red Tories, are back in charge. Fucking Starmer. Can we talk about him for a second?
Dude, what's to talk about? I mean, the man... Here's the thing. At least I can stop pretending to have to like the fucking Labor Party. Keir Starmer should be in chains. I mean, the man should be breaking rocks in
Well, I think it's funny. It's like, there was like some big article or something that was talking about his, the like treasury appointments. And everyone's like, wait, what? Why are there's like, these people are literally like more conservative than current Tory leadership. Because they're all fucking Blairite insane people, right?
Yeah. And you tell me someone soft left, I'm sorry. I literally actually think they're social fascists.
Well, the thing is that, like, this is what happens. And this is why this, like, I want to talk about how the Biden shit is so fucking stupid, too.
Oh, by the way.
It's like...
Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
No, go ahead.
No, it's just like, when you don't have organs or institutions with power to assure a transition, there's no one to hold anyone to account. So all these overtures that they're making, I mean, it's like, yeah, of course it's bullshit, but it's also bullshit because there's no enforcement mechanism. Who cares what he said he would do?
Yeah.
If you don't have anyone who can be like, what the fuck? Why aren't you doing what you said you would do? Do you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing is like, is Biden, all these guys can be like, I'm going to do this. And like, oh, I'm making overtures to the left by lowering the Medicare age by 5 years. It's like, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything.
Again, who's going to hold him to account? We couldn't even win 25. Look, this is the sad part, right? We couldn't even win 25% of the delegates.
Yeah.
What power? Oh, I'm sorry. Is someone going to make sure that Joe Biden is gonna like. I
We're
guess that's
pushing
what
them
fucking
left.
John McCollum thinks he's gonna do, right? Fucking
Well, their
asshat.
whole thing with any of these guys, Starmer, Biden, any of these fucking cretins, is pushing them left. That doesn't mean anything. There is no like what you're gonna make. It doesn't mean anything. It's cope. It's cope is what it is. Biden is our enemy, our implacable
So what
enemy.
would it even mean? First of all, it doesn't. It's not that it doesn't even mean anything. It's like concessions. How can you get concessions when this person is literally opposed to you?
It's lying to get votes. It's an aesthetic thing.
No, I know, but I'm saying people in that mindset. It's like this person is structurally opposed to you. Why do you even think that there's a way where you could be on the same side as them?
Well, because a lot of people seem to think that like this is not a struggle between classes or a struggle between capital and labor. This is actually a struggle between left and right. Right? This is a struggle between liberals who are left and socialists who are left and conservatives who are right. I mean, obviously we hate the right wing, but we hate liberals too, because here is the fucking equation. It is us against them. It is like working people who are a socialist movement against capitalists. And this capitalist, Joe Biden is a fucking capitalist. He's not, I mean, his son kind of is, which respect. But, like, we are against the stooges of capitalism. There's no, like, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, he can't be left. He's a liberal. He believes in a different economic system than the one we believe in. That is the fucking struggle.
The problem is that the term left has been completely decoupled from workers. So, yeah, you have a left movement that doesn't actually include or put primacy on
Class lines.
work. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. It's
you have, the left, which is why I always use quotation marks, because everyone gets their fucking panties in a twist. Fucking babies. Anyway, it's all just downwardly mobile social progressives.
That's the thing.
That's why AOC, she emerges out of that movement, which is why she's the leader of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Also,
she emerges out of this class, which is highly educated, downwardly mobile professionals.
Remember when AOC said something to she had like an interaction with Corbyn online, and then one of the worst Zionists in the fucking world, Pop Hasid, was like, hey, this is actually hurting a lot of Jews' feelings. Could you fucking DM me about this? And she was like, oh, no problem, dog. That is the extent to just to bring it back to Corbyn a little bit. That is the extent that this psyop worked. And I'll tell you what, aside from I think Jacobin and Chapo, this psyop worked on literally every single publication in the fucking world because these publications were doing that psyop. People don't think that this shit exists. People think that oh, I read enough stories about it, so there has to be a kernel of truth. That's the thing. That happened in 2016 with socialism being racist. It's like, oh, I read enough Guardian editorials about how socialism isn't conscious enough of... Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, then you see the same line in 2020 where people have to overcorrect, and they're like, by even saying the multiracial working class,
it's
you're admitting
it's the fucking working class.
Yeah, it's like you're giving even credence to the idea that it ever was just a white working class, which is insane.
Exactly. It's playing on their fucking term. This is our terminology. This is our fucking world. When we say working class, we mean everybody in the fucking working class. We don't mean the default for us is not white working class. White working class is a fucking electoral fucking slogan jargon bullshit for the fucking people who hate you. And you accepting their terms for that, get the fuck out of here. No, the working class is our class. We get to talk about it. We get to fucking define it. Not these fucking cretins. And that's the same with all of this. It's buying into their fucking game. You think that a Guardian editorialist knows more about I don't care if you've never read a word of Marx. If you work at a grocery store, you should not ever listen to somebody who writes for the motherfucking Guardian.
Yeah.
It's you already instinctively know more. It's bullshit, and it's the same thing that happened. And you know what? Corbyn and Bernie both caved to it. They both caved to it, and I'm not even sure that we have a defense against it. Again, and I'm not talking about specifically these things, but I'm talking about just the psyops from the media And by the media, I mean this fucking state. I mean our
Yeah.
enemies. Capitalists are all our enemies, brothers and sisters. They're all our enemies. Implacable enemies. So I'm getting excited for some reason.
I know, I like it. It was
I got
good.
so much fucking hate for these people. And the thing
I
is,
know.
like, it's like if you do this again, if you fucking try to do a left wing insurgent within the Labor Party movement, I think it's, I don't know if that somehow happens
There
again.
isn't one.
There
Who would there
isn't
be?
one.
Who? Labor's a little. I mean, look, party systems are are kind of easier systems to work within, right? We don't have a proper party system, which is
Yeah.
the thing that we talked about with the Democrats. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, much to think through.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's like I think a lot of people think that, like, oh, well, we just have to run, like, I get it. If we run a black lesbian or something, we can beat them at their own game. You will not beat them at their own game. They will literally just come up with something else against you.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it's
yeah,
not.
I mean, that's the whole lesson. I mean, that's the whole thing with Me Too, right? It's like
Yes.
these ineffective political weapons that people think that they can use against power.
But it's power's weapon against you, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
against that black lesbian, against everybody. It's like, you cannot play by their rules and win because it is their fucking game. It is a fundamental challenge that you will face. People do think, I've seen so many people be like, well, once we run AOC, it's like, first of all, you're not going to run AOC, but let's.
Dude, you know what? If she runs in 2024, fucking Tucker Carlson would kick her ass.
She's like,
And I mean, if he runs, you know what I mean? Like, she's not as talented as people think she is. That's all I'll say.
No, people don't fucking care about clapbacks. But the thing is, it's like, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying here. Is it doesn't matter if you do run somebody. You can't game their algorithms, right? You can't game their
I
algorithms.
mean, I think they would be happy with her running.
No, but I'm saying, like, what I'm saying here is you can't think that by running somebody who's like, well, they can't criticize her for not being a woman or not being a woman of color. That will not work for you. If you think that is your way out, that will not work for you. It's like they don't because by accepting that, you accept that they legitimately care about racial diversity in the socialist movement. They do not care about that. They will find another thing to beat you with, or they will.
Well, another thing too to remember is that like not everyone is cynical when they're peddling these things. Like that's not how any of it works. It's not, it's like the great thing about journalists is they just become lackeys for this kind of clap trap, and they do a good job of making all of this seem like, it gives it the, seal of approval basically from the journalist class because they're just little, carrying out duties, whether they know it or not. Usually they don't know it. That's kind of how incentives work, right?
Yeah. I mean, I forget what the quote is, but like, if you were saying something that they didn't like, they wouldn't be letting you. You wouldn't be writing. If you were capable of saying something that the New York Times didn't like, or whatever didn't like, they're not going to run it. Like, I'm sorry, you're not going to slip it past. You're never going to slip it past. They are. I fucking hate the media. Is an arm of the state. And I
hate the journalists.
You want to know something I don't like is the American fucking government. I just wish we had a bath party or something here, and by that I mean a at the time socially progressive party that had deep roots in the military. I don't know. You can't game their system, but the labor thing is amazing because I think the EHRC is not even accepting this document. I think they're just saying, no, you can't use it. It's amazing. Baby, I gotta pee.
Okay.
Is that all right?
I'm just looking through the comments.
Oh, it's not loading on my phone. Are people mad at us?
Really?
No.
No. I'm just talking. I was just looking at them, saying hello. Hi guys. Aliens episode, maybe. That would be like my ode to Art Bell, who I love so much. Sorry, I never know how to like talk by myself. That's why I will never do solo app. Also, it feels weird talking to myself into a screen. So I'm just looking at what you're saying. Should we be trying to get unemployment stimulus checks, or is it a setup? Yes, you should apply for unemployment. It's taking people forever. So you should definitely do it. And, you know, if you can, take advantage of that. Absolutely. Liz go on night call. They love Art Bell. I know. Molly always is like saying stuff and then she's like, please call in, please call in. And I'm like, fuck. And I always forget. But I love Molly. Coast to coast. I love coast to coast. I feel like TrueAnon is a natural, like, we are in, I mean, you know, we're cut from the same cloth or in the same vibe as coast to coast. I feel like we're podcast coast to coast. I mean, I would never assume that mantle. That's not what I mean. But, you know, our spiritual grandfathers. Don't you think, Chris?
Yeah. I used to listen to them when I was working at the flower shop. Them and Michael Savage. My boss is very cool. Tasso Papadopoulos. I probably shouldn't say his full name, but he owns a flower shop, so it's Papadopoulos Flowers. But he's so funny because he's like a Greek immigrant. His brothers, all Greek immigrants. His family traded, I think, goats to get to America, and they run this series of sort of rundown flower shops that are amazing, great flower shops. Taught me everything I know. It's on 19th, on the side of the highway. I worked at a flower shop on the side of the highway for like off and on, probably like 5 years. But I still work there sometimes. I worked there last holiday season, but not this one. But he's like a left wing dude. But like he just reads all the fucking time, and so he just like he knew that like I didn't like right wing stuff or just like, you know, I was a left winger or whatever, and just to like piss me off every night he would just play Michael Savage really loud and pretend to love it. But he was like a big Syriza guy like when it was all happening, which was funny to see like a Greek dude. Like it was weird to see all that play out when I was hanging out with a Greek family. But he's still like, he doesn't like them anymore. He likes that Varoufakis guy a little bit, but he's just kind of, I think, pilled on all of it now. It's just like fuck it all, like fuck Greece. He hates Greeks, but all Greeks hate Greeks. All Greeks hate Greeks, and that is actually the sign of a proud people, is when every single member of your nation despises everybody else, because it means they really love them. I love Greece, my favorite country.
I know you've got a lot of Greek friends.
Yeah. I got much love for the Greeks. I love hearing them talk. It's a beautiful country. Beautiful country, beautiful people. I don't know Stavros, no. But this guy was also a big fat guy. But he lost all his weight. This guy was fucking like 400 pounds when I started working there. He couldn't even move in the flower shop.
What did he do?
He ate carrots only for like 3 years and biked to work every day. And he started
Did he turn orange?
He started getting so much pussy. That was like... But dude, Liz, watching this play out in real time from like a really lonely big fat guy who like hated himself to a guy who was like, I can't hang on. I was like, dude, it was like the most heartwarming thing I've ever experienced.
Wait, why did he didn't just eat carrots?
He just ate carrots.
No,
he would get like light. No, so actually you do turn orange, because my dad dated a girl who was a dental hygienist whose brother put her through dental school in order to get access to pharmaceutical cocaine. And she only ate carrots because she had an eating disorder.
What is pharmaceutical cocaine?
Well, dentists get access to cocaine.
What? That's not true.
Sound off in the comments, my fellow dental heads. They do get. Yeah. Ben Fish says
you're a dentite, pro dentite.
Well, I just made a dent. I've had an open tooth in the back. You know my tooth problems. I don't need to go into
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. But wait, what is pharmaceutical? I don't understand.
Well, you know cocaine?
Yeah.
Imagine if it was made pharmaceutically.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's like high-grade pharmaceutical cocaine. They
Why
have
would
cocaine.
they
You go to the
need
dentist
that?
office, they got cocaine there. I don't think they use it that much anymore, but it's for anesthetics. Like, it's for anesthesia. Like, you can use cocaine. Yeah, I swear to God. Because, you know when it numbs your...
Sounds like old-timey.
I think it was... Well, cocaine used to be like a prevalent ass substance. But I don't know if they still do. I think they use lidocaine now. But
Yeah,
they used cocaine. I mean, this was in the 80s or something. They used cocaine back then, at least. I'm sure they still do some places. They said that's why cocaine is Schedule 2 and not Schedule 1. I didn't know that.
Interesting.
But, yeah, someone said I weighed myself for the first time in a couple years and I finally hit 400 pounds. I guess I should eat some carrots. I tell you, this guy's carrot diet, he literally, his whole diet, this was amazing. His whole fucking diet, he didn't just eat carrots, but he just ate vegetables, and he ate a lot. Like, he didn't, like, you know, starve himself, but he ate just only basically raw, healthy shit, and he biked to work every day. And, like, he just, like, I've never been able to stick to any sort of exercise, diet regimen, anything. This guy, for, like, years, and it was, like, amazing to see. I've never seen anything like it in my life. He's cool. I love him. Veggies do fill you up. Why is everyone so is Virgil still gone? We don't know about that. Quit bread and walk. That guy's got Dave Greer's got it. Yeah, just don't eat bread anymore and walk everywhere. That's like,
it's really good.
Walking's fucking good for you. You don't like if you just like schedule your time. This is something I've seen work too. If you just make sure that you just like, I don't know, some people it's not possible because they like live in a fucking rural area, but like if you walk a lot, like if you live in a city and you're just like, fuck, I'm not taking the bus anymore, I'm just walking everywhere, it'll do it. At least get off a lot until you can start like exercising more without getting fucked up. How did the Subway diet work?
He just ate Subway.
But how does that make sense? Those are sandwiches.
Yeah, but they're still low. But you know, that's still consuming a lot less calories than you probably were, or he probably was.
Yeah.
At that weight previously. He also walked, didn't he?
I mean,
was that the thing? It was like he walked to Subway.
I don't know. I'm a little suspicious of that. That whole story. If you really get into that. We should do one on that. We should do one on that. We should do a Subway episode. Absolutely. That was so fucking weird.
Remember when I showed you the photos of my friend who dressed up as Halloween?
Yeah, that was pretty good. He had a personal trainer.
Did he have a personal trainer?
I'm sure someone said that. I don't know. I'm sure he did. But I'll tell you what.
So
the food I hate most in the fucking world is Subway. I hate Subway sandwiches from Subway.
I don't know the last time I had one.
The stench of it makes me sick.
Yeah, the smell. That smell.
Because I went on a tour when I was young, and all we could eat, because our drummer was a vegetarian or vegan, and all we could eat was fucking Subway, because that's the only fast food we could eat, and we didn't have money to buy real food. And it was just like, I hate it. I do like a good sandwich, though, I'll say that. I've tell you what, I think I've been losing a little weight living without this. I don't eat sandwiches.
You know what? Me too.
I don't eat sandwiches.
You don't eat sandwiches?
No, I've been
I
doing.
don't love to make a sandwich, actually.
I've been doing either 50 or 100 push-ups a day. That's the real
nice.
man's diet. Is to smoke constantly and then just do push-ups. That's
I'm not eating a lot right now.
Well, when you make your own food too, you can like choose your own portions.
Yeah. I've never. Speaking of fast food, you know that I've never had Popeyes?
Really?
Should I have
it's
it?
so good.
Is it?
I want to. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get in I haven't eaten in probably 15 years, but we should go. We should get that chicken sandwich that people went psycho about. The Popeyes on DeViz. I'm not pointing which direction it is. The Popeyes on DeViz. I walked by it one way, go to the Max and Rock and Roll House. It was on fire, full on flames coming out of it.
Oh,
6
yeah.
hours later, I walked back. It was reopened. Respect.
Nice.
Respect. Yeah, I've never had I've never had a fast food burger.
What?
Never have.
Why?
My parents would only take me to fast food one time a month when I was a kid, and it was the only place
so
that.
much fast food when I was a kid.
Well, I was the only place that nuggets were available, and nuggets were. My parents made burgers sometimes, so I'm like, I know what a burger tastes like, but nuggets, and I love nuggets. Love nuggets. It's a sign. That's they say that's how you can tell an indigo child.
What, nuggets?
By his love, if he prefers nuggets over burgers.
Really?
No, but it's
That's cute though. Because I was a synchronized swimmer, and so I, you know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, you did. I told you that.
Can you do the butterfly?
Yes, I was an excellent swimmer.
Me too. I'm a really good swimmer too. So.
No, but I was like competitive synchronized swimmer when I was a kid. So much so that they, were asking like if I was gonna go continue school or if we were gonna like start training for the Olympics, basically.
Let's fucking race.
No, but this is for synchronized swimming. Anyway, so swim when you're a kid, swimming like 3-4 times a week. I'm not lying, by the way.
Someone asked, did you use Nox gelatin for your hair?
Yes.
Wait.
It's so gross.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. And my mom would like help sew costumes. And you wore makeup and stuff.
Not on the stream, but you got to show me a picture of this. I cannot imagine.
I don't know. I don't have any. I'm sure my parents have them somewhere.
Someone smelled weed outside my window. That's so, what age did you stop doing it?
12, maybe?
Oh, yeah. That's a good age to decide whether you're going to continue with something or not.
Yeah. I don't even know how I fucking got into it. It was like some girl that I went to school with was doing it. And so I started doing it.
It's a very funny sport. It's like...
Yeah. I mean, also it's...
This is basically unnecessary if you have a supply of water, because then you can forget this and just use the water to wash your hand. Single piece of toilet paper. Rip off. I'm serious. I ripped off too much. Rip off a little corner. Keep the corner. This part's important. Maybe put it in your pocket. I'm just going to put it right here. Finger through. Finger through. Liz, cover your ears. Don't listen to this next part. Use your finger to clean up. If you're squatting at this point, it shouldn't be that messy. Well, because you're in the wilderness, or there's a civil war going on. I don't know. Fingers through there. It's filthy. Use this. Get it up?
I don't like this at all. This is not.
Just saying. I looked at the Charmin bears. They look. I don't understand what's so wrong with them.
What, the Charmin bears?
Yeah, what's wrong with the Charmin bears? They look fine.
They're gross. I hate them.
Look what the stream is stuck on. You're covering your ears.
I like it when you tell me to cover my ears. It's so funny.
The thing is, if you're gonna say someone doesn't like something someone doesn't like, you should tell them to cover their ears. It's polite.
Oh, look who's fuzzy now.
It's nothing. This never happens. I swear to God, this never happens. This is so crazy. No, we can just do it again in a couple hours.
Yeah, that's what you're always saying, isn't it?
No, I gotta hold it back here. I don't even know if this trick works.
Stop talking. I don't know why.
What?
No, yeah. You pull it back. That's like kind of a cool dance move.
Yeah, maybe I'll just keep dancing until it comes right. I'm going down another button.
I wish I had more candy. What if I just like start only eating candy? Probably not a
Who's
good
back?
idea.
If you start only eating candy?
Oh, so okay. There's another movie called The Two Popes. That's about, isn't it about Ratzinger and
I don't know. Fuck Ratzinger, but
I don't know, but
Ratzinger.
and then there's the new Pope, which is the second season of the young Pope.
So the new pope is the new name of the young pope.
Yeah. But basically, new Pope. Yeah, but it's the same show. It's on HBO, and because there's a new Pope for reasons, you're gonna have to watch the first season to find out.
Tell you what, I'll probably just watch True Detective season 1 again. Love it. Love a
But you
pedophile.
haven't seen it.
No, I'm not gonna watch anything. I'm gonna read this fucking. I don't know where it is. Oh my god.
What?
I'm gonna read this. Dennis Johnson's posthumous book. Although I gotta say, The Largesse of the Sea Maiden. Don't like the name, but I've read everything he's ever written and I like it. It seems a little suburban to me. It's like I don't like this Raymond Carver shit. The couple gets in a fight and they're drunk. I don't fucking that shit. I don't like Raymond Carver. That shit means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. I like it when he's writing about chasing around some uranium in Africa. But who knows? He's dead. He was in AA. Respect for that. Someday those two words will be able to be described about me. But I'm trying to
Don't say that.
someday. I'm not immortal for Christ's sake. But that's the thing. So here's my whole thing about everything about me.
Okay.
When I was younger and I realized what dying was, I got so because my mom died when I was really young. I got so freaked out and like scared about dying that like I realized that so much of my life has been just me basically chasing after some way to have something around after I die. And that's why I always wanted to write a book. Because I was like, well, if I write a book, even if it's a shitty book, that like, because I find old books and I like, I buy them and like, I used to do that when I was young, like, for cheap, not expensive ones. But and I was like, if I die, but I've written a book, that means that I'm technically gonna be around forever, right? And that's like, that I need to leave something, and like.
Well, now we've got podcasts.
Yeah. But I'm like, I need something physical. Like, I need something like I need like a vessel that I can like physically, and like that was my whole thing too. Because when I write, I'm like trying to put myself into. I'm trying to transmit the spirit, which I'm not that great at. But like it that's like the podcast obviously it is, but it's like I need to hold it.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll sell out and get a book deal from this. Just without telling you. Publishers Weekly. Brace Belden. Brace Belden ghostwritten Ghislaine Maxwell's memoir. I need to talk to that bitch.
Ghislaine?
Yeah, I need to fucking speak with her.
You got some things to say?
I think
she's in England.
I'm getting more of that too. I'm literally so Alive, the like movie and book. Mm-hmm. That rugby team crashes in the Andes.
Yeah.
So what their parents did is they hired a psychic investigator who was like able to trying to like figure out where they were. I think we should fucking try to hire like a psychic to divine where Ghislaine is.
I like this. But okay, question. I got a couple questions. So
I haven't thought this out very much, so shoot.
Okay, number one question. Do we need like a physical totem?
I don't know. Probably. Fuck. I think.
Well, we could maybe get creative here. But we're going to have to talk to somebody about this.
Yeah. A certain colleague of ours in the podcasting community, I believe, does have some of Epstein's mail. but that's
Okay.
Epstein's. And so it's like, I'm thinking maybe a similar, not that I would ever endorse, but like, you see it picking up what I'm putting down, like an artifact from her house or something. Like just a little chip of paint or something like that.
Something that's like, yeah, has the,
Has her essence in it. Yeah. Like, fuck.
Yeah, we have to think about that.
We have to think about this.
I still think she's just in London.
I wouldn't be surprised at that. I mean, the last known sighting of her was in, I think, July 8th of 2019 in Monaco, which was like, I fucking hate this bitch, but like, that's really funny. That's really funny.
It's kind of cool.
She looked terrible. She's wearing a red dress. Looks awful.
What's there to do in Monaco? It's just casinos, right?
Just casino. But it's like the kind of play, it's like.
That's like Macau. Macau is like that, right? It's just casino.
Yeah, Macau is like, it's like, what if we did Hong Kong, but with casinos? I think there were casinos in Hong Kong too. Who colonized Macau? Which country was that? And there's also the Portuguese. China should use one of its, what's it called, the something wind on them. Oh my god. Actually, respect Portugal. They're the only country.
I know, respect to Portugal. What's wrong with you?
But it's so fucked up. Because, Britain terrorized the world. All the oppressed people of the world against Britain. But Portugal, man, it's like, what? And Portugal had like more colonies than Portugal had a colony in India, dude. They had a colony. They were the last colony in India, I think.
Low-key, no one talks about the Portuguese.
Dude, well, in the Carnation Revolution, there was a general that came out. Carnation Revolution is incredibly fascinating. If you guys are bored tonight, please read up on it. It is astounding. And unfortunately a failure, but we can get into that another time. But one of the generals that came out of the Carnation Revolution became a Maoist. Like a general of the
We were talking
Portuguese,
about this the other day.
and like started giving arms to like Maoist terrorist groups. It's so fucking funny. Ultimate respect to the Portuguese, actually. But that's fucked up. You guys did that to Macau. But I guess you also, yeah. It's interesting. So during the Spanish Civil War, there was supposed to be this guy, I think General Sanjurjo or something, Sanjurjo. He was supposed to be like the Franco guy, the Franco type figurehead, and they sent a Dragon Rapide plane. They had this like broker in England who sent this plane called the Dragon Rapid down to Portugal to pick him up. But this motherfucker, because he was in exile because he tried to do a rebellion in Spain before he was a general, he was in Portugal. He had so many clothes that he insisted on loading onto the plane that it immediately upon taking off was overloaded and crashing.
No!
Swear to God. It is.
How is that even possible?
He had like 14 different uniforms or something like that. And he was just like he was such a menswear fanatic. Let this be a lesson. Such a menswear fanatic that he loaded up this plane with uniforms, crashed, and Franco basically took the mantle there. So we could have had a guy
That worked out really well.
and Franco was really smart. I mean,
Yeah,
in his way, he was cunning like a dog.
No, he's smart. Yeah, he's smart.
But if
I like Mussolini was very smart.
I know, but Mussolini is so entertaining to me. I have a
He's
book written by his
entertaining.
wife.
No, but I just mean like I think Frank, like in terms of smarts.
Yeah,
I would
Franco.
not
Yeah.
smart to describe Mussolini.
No, definitely not. No. In fact,
I mean, he didn't even write any. Like, yeah. Anyway.
he's like literally as dumb as he seems.
Yeah. I think Gentile pretty much wrote everything that is like ascribed to Mussolini.
Who did?
Gentile.
Oh, I have Count Ciano's diary. I got really into reading diaries of these guys. I have Goebbels' diary. Someone else's diary too. I have Mussolini's Clara's diary. Ciano, I'm telling you guys, if you get into books, read Count Ciano's diary. These guys were such fucking idiots that it's like everybody alive at that time had a 5 IQ. except
I don't
for
think
Jews.
that's true.
No, a lot of those Italian guys, I gotta say, I love Italians because they're just like, dude, they sent like the Italian army, just amazing. People give the French a lot of shit, but come on, the Italians in World War II, like ridiculous. I don't want to become a World War II talking guy, but I'm just saying it's
I love when you talk about World War II.
well.
Said no girl ever.
I actually, you know what? I have certifiably, and I can put you in touch. To attest to this. I have certifiably secured the bag once with my knowledge of military history, and that is why. So I know another girl who once jacked off a guy.
Who was it? Wait, what?
Well, it's a similar thing. Let me tie this together. So because I did that, that is akin to I know someone that a flasher like just did it for him. Yes. Yes, that whacked that. Well, I'll speak no further on it, but yes, that whacked off a flasher. But that one guy, I think, just went to the flasher forums and was like, "Guys, it happened to me." And that's the thing is with my military history and pressing trick is I am the one guy that has ever worked for, and I feel like if I say that happened, then guys are now gonna be like, "It's possible. It's possible." The Rubicon has been crossed. You can do it, fellas. But let me tell you, not replicable. Because
what were you talking about?
I was talking about. I think I was explaining the Spanish Civil War and the prelude to World War II, just in general, like Poland and stuff. But it was at the Wave Organ, which is a very classic place. But fellas, that is not replicable. It's once in a lifetime. I'm telling you, everybody back then used to die in plane crashes too.
Yeah.
Half the world's leaders died in plane crashes before the 80s. It's true.
Yeah, we can't rely on that anymore.
Well, remember when I think it was Polish politicians died? They died in that big-ass plane crash?
Like all of them.
Yeah. Like every politician in Poland died in a plane crash.
That was so weird.
So bizarre. Covered up a Star of David tattoo for Siri. I used to have a Star of David here, but I was going to a country that is officially at war with Israel, and I didn't want anyone to think that I, A, harbored any sympathies for Israel, or B, was the worst CIA guy in the world where I tattooed my allegiances on there. Plus, having the Magen David on your finger is... You also run into people who are like, you think you're pro-Israel and stuff like that. The ace is better because it's, life's a gamble, baby. Some dumbass center crash. Yes. And who was I think it was the Norwegian guy, Dag Hammarskjöld? Didn't he die in a plane crash?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Dag Hammarskjöld?
One more time? I couldn't hear you.
Dag Hammarskjöld? I might be mixing him up with another guy that was a similar thing where they were both assassinated. I know yeah, he did the UN. He was the UN head, and he was going. There was Katanga, I think it was called. There was this weird thing over uranium going on there. CIA was involved. A lot of Belgians in there. Here's the thing about Belgians. As you know, I am half Belgian. I'm proud people. The Belgians literally are their number one export is racist mercenary. Yeah, my dad's side is Belden is a Belgian word. It means sheriff, or it's a word used colloquially there. I think it's a French word. But their number one export post World War II, pre World War II, was they just killed the most people of a country because they killed like 12 million Africans. But post World War II, their number one export was like lizard looking bald guys who went to Africa and were mercenaries. They did coups on several islands. I can't remember what the one off India.
Yeah. You're just talking about stuff I don't know anything about.
I mean, I clearly don't know enough about it either. I know all this stuff, but my head is like...
Expando head? Do you have expando brain?
Well, my thing is, I just wish there was one more day of the week. Which they can do.
Why?
To fulfill the promises of the French Revolution. No, because I'm just like, my day schedule is such right now that like I need one day where I can just study and just like
Why don't you just designate one day?
because we gotta write that notes for the app. We're much more busy now
No.
because us doing 2 streams a week, that's like basically a day's work right there. 6 hours, 7 hours really with setup and takedown. Not really, but there was a guy look at this. Our wonderful intelligent fans know who it is. It was Seychelles. It was both Seychelles. Yes, Seychelles. It was Seychelles. I think that's how you pronounce it. That one guy did a coup there like 5 different fucking times. Bob Denard. That's the fucking guy. There was a bunch of guys like Bob Denard. I mean, we talked about the coup that Thatcher's son tried to do. And a lot of the guys he hired were basically mercenaries of this. There's a short clip on YouTube you can find of some of these guys. Have you ever been to Brussels? I've never been to... Yeah, Warren the Headless Machine Gunner. Warren Zevon was about him. Do you like Zevon? Dun, 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 dun,
Well,
dun, dun.
I don't know.
That song's good.
Yeah. Now I'm just looking at comments.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about military history, so when you talk about it, like every fucking girl, I just zone out. I'm sorry.
Can we get in a woo in the chat for Werewolves of London? Woo! Werewolves of London.
Okay, question.
Werewolves real? Yes.
Do you think so?
Why not? Dude, why not? Like, I literally until proven otherwise, yes, werewolves are real.
Question. Real question time. If you had to be a monster, what kind of monster would you be?
Well,
what's your monster energy?
I have thought about this before. If I had a choice, probably werewolf, but it depends on the kind of because the thing is, werewolves only transform on the full moon, so you can live the rest of your life normally except for once a month. And you can lock yourself in if you're like killing people, you can lock yourself somewhere so you can't get out. However,
that's a good point.
What would you be?
But I guess it's less a question of what you want to be and what your energy is. Like, I worry that I have vampire energy.
Absolute baby. Look at you. You're practically, yeah. First of all, you're sucking all the joy out of my life. No, but you definitely you have black hair. I know it's brown, but to me it looks black. You definitely. I'll take this poll to the chat, but I believe you do seem vampiric. Not like in your personality, but if you were to be a monster, absolutely a vampire. I'm afraid that I would just be like a Cujo type thing. like just a mean dog or something that barked a lot.
You could be a Frankenstein.
That's the other thing I feel like I would be, just like a shambling, like either that or I would be.
But I think it's cool that neither of us have zombie energy.
No, not at all. No, that's dude. Because I don't drink fluoride water. I drink raw water. Gnomes aren't monsters. Don't call me a fucking gnome, dude. I know I'm 5'2". Bray's height reveal, 5'2". You have female Dorian Gray in it. Yeah, I could see you getting yourself into a
Dorian Gray.
I could see yourself getting into a Dorian. I could see going over to your house and being like, Liz, what's this? What's this portrait you have? That'd be sick.
But that was my soul was trapped away. I would never make that bargain.
Dude, any of these bargains these guys make. Robert Johnson's bargain? Ridiculous. He was he sold his soul to the devil so he could be the best blues singer. Dude.
Oh, right.
Literally just settle for second best at that point. Like, be okay, fine, you're not Robert Johnson, but you're Muddy Waters. Like, give me a fucking break, man. I told you before, I went to that crossroads where Robert Johnson sold his soul, and I ate tater tots from Sonic there. Do a Red Bull.
Are you really?
I just read. You said that right as someone said, "Are you really 5'2"? These people believe
No,
anything.
he's not 5'2".
No, I'm 6'4".
My dad is 6'4". Why am I so short? I don't know.
Dude, my mom was like 6'1".
No,
Swear to
really?
God, huge. Yeah, like totally tall. My dad's like 5'6", and so I got my brother's really tall. He's like 6'1", but I just got normal height. I'm like that's how they call me, Dr. Dialectic. Combination, I got a little of both.
That's so terrible. Don't call yourself that. That's terrible.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Dr. Dialectic. I'm here at the Hagel House, and we got.
You know what? You joke, but that's like a fucking reality. That's gonna be Means TV reality show. Or
No. They got more class. That's Teen Vogue. Bridgie tweeted this last night.
She's smart.
Very smart.
I know.
You guys should all follow Bridgie Therese, but I just picked my nose to make a point. I was like doing this, and I just went like that. Ask yourself why Condé Nast is telling you something.
Yeah, because see, this is when you know you're dumb. Is when you say, "Oh, because we're winning the war on ideas."
Yeah. Think about Condé Nast. The thing about them is that they're your enemy. And if you read page 1 of State and Revolution, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see the page 1 of the actual one. I think it's not in the preface. You'll see. They will take all your ideas. They will take all your revolutionary icons, whatever, and they will strip them, denude them of their real dangerous ideas. And they'll give them to you in an adulterated form, which you will consume. Because that's the thing. They want you to be consumers. I sound like a Mad Busters right now. But don't consume it. No. Think for yourself. Read the source material. State and Revolution, very readable book. Very readable book. Very applicable ideas. Although everyone thinks they read these things, they're like, oh, well, I'm going to, but no, it's a very readable book.
Yeah, who cares? Also, yeah, if your pet issues are welcomed by someone like Teen Vogue, maybe it's time to think through how effective the way you're framing your issues are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Get with the program.
Don't be a noodle brain. De-noodle your brain.
You know what's gonna happen in a couple of weeks, baby?
What?
I said baby too familiar with you. I mean baby. I just said baby. But I mean baby.
You call me that all the time.
I know, but the tone of voice denotes certain things, and I used it accidentally in an overly familiar way. Excuse me. Baby. You know what's gonna happen with my hair is it's gonna ducktail out here, and that's gonna be we're gonna have to.
You're gonna have to give to quarantine cut.
We're gonna have to stop streaming. I'm gonna shave my head for charity.
No, don't do that.
So I told you before, when I was 13, my friends and I watched Suburbia. And
this is also a cool dance movie, guys.
What's the TikTok one?
I don't care.
Why do they do that? Is that an anime thing?
I hate it. That looks like soy.
Oh, yeah. We're talking Impossible Burger for Burger King soy levels. Soy is the new normal.
I'm just hair snapping.
When I was 13, I shaved my head, and I looked because my friends and I watched Suburbia, and we were like, "Fuck, they have a skinhead in their gang." I got chosen to be the designated skinhead, so I shaved my head, and I had like boots and braces. I think I was 13. Yeah, I was 13 when this happened. I had boots and braces, and I had these little round, like kind of wireframe glasses, and I swear to God, I looked either like an inmate or the accountant at Auschwitz. It was awful. It was awful. And I literally had braces, and my name was Brace. And so for a long time after that, everyone just assumed Brace was a nickname because I had so many
But
braces.
that's my favorite bit, telling people it's not your real name.
That is a bit I do, yeah. Which is it a bit? Nobody knows. I gotta get my Wikipedia changed to Gretchen.
I almost fell over.
I need my Wikipedia changed to Gretchen Brace Belden.
I love that you go with Gretchen.
Yeah, that's my go-to. Because the first time I ever tricked somebody was I said my name was Gretchen. Dude, in that fucking Wikipedia shit, first of all, barely mentions TrueAnon. Second, because no one's ever written an article about us, really. But
I know. Where's our media?
Isn't that weird? We've never... I mean, we hate the media, so fine.
I know, but like, no one's calling me on the phone.
You'd think they'd...
Ring, ring. No one's there. Why do I talk like a weirdo? I don't know.
Your phone's off the hook. But that song? X, I think? I don't know. Blondie? I'll say it. That feeling. Chapo, well, I think they used up all of their, like, being mad at podcast energy on Chapo.
How
they're still mad at
Chapo.
They're still mad at those guys.
The thing is, people get mad at us, and then they listen to us, and then they like us. Mm-hmm. It's because it's the charm.
Yeah.
It's the TrueAnon charm.
But, I mean, I think we should just be continually... Brace, what kind of optic was that earlier? It's a cheap one. It's a monstrum.
What's an optic?
Optics are... You put these on the top of your rifle, and that way... You can see.
Oh, for like.
Little scoping. Exactly. Dude, in Syria, they gave us like the like commanders gave us
What was the one you did when you were a kid? Like
that one, yeah. They gave us binoculars that were just 2 times magnification. So like it was just like.
Why would you do that?
It was just like not useful at all, and they were like huge plastic cheap binoculars that were like made in China or something. I don't know. It was. I mean, I guess all binoculars probably made in China, but they were made in like a shitty factory. No, it was this. Yeah. I used to love this. Or you can do this.
I hate it.
This one's
Wait,
good.
do it again. It looks funny. Do it again.
Hey. Check this one out too.
I don't like it. No, stop it. Please stop it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Please stop it. I almost just called you Daddy-O.
Hey, Daddy-O.
I think I kind of like that kind of like quasi rockabilly energy too.
Yes, but I hate pure rockabilly.
I know, same. But I like, that there's a version of it that I think is cool, like a Lynchian version.
Yeah, well, everyone moves slow and they're like.
Yeah. See, snap him. That's another trend that's going to come back. Snap him.
I like to snap at people.
Yeah,
hey,
go with the
on.
program. Hey.
Come on. Where's my Impossible Burger? I've been at this Burger King for 45 minutes.
No.
I need 6.
Don't snap.
I need 6. I know, but I'm trying to become. This is the thing. I'm trying to become soy while I'm here in quarantine. Change my life.
Because you need to understand the mind.
I'm trying to. Well, here's the thing. I've realized I enjoy streaming so much that what if I just made this my life? What if I just went on TikTok 45 times a day and went like capitalism, racism, other homophobia, the economy, and then I was like, all those suck fucking ass. People are like,
whatever you do on TikTok.
I really don't know.
The pointing
I
and the
literally, I downloaded it to look at air sex stuff the other day. Fuck, I forgot to send you the link. Yeah. I didn't end up doing it. I got a text message and got distracted. But Biden is, you know what? Someone just said Biden is king of the rockabillys. I will say that corn pop story.
Dude, okay.
He's the first rockabilly president.
You don't like it. He's right. He won because Boomer. Look, It's out there. The boomer trend. It's happening.
The thing is,
Biden just wants to grill, baby.
Biden's stories all make him almost sound older than he is. Like, it sounds like he grew up in like the
I know.
40s.
That's why the E1 app was so funny. I fucking died listening to
I gotta tell you this. The episode 1, I think they did another one that's on Patreon too. The episode 1, maybe, I just know they were recording it. Maybe, I don't know if they released it. The episode 1 episode, or the E1 episode, about the Biden one with Felix is... it's the only podcast episode I've ever I don't listen to other podcasts. I do listen to some, but it's the only episode I've ever listened to twice. It is so fucking good.
Everyone's talking about Joshua for Congress. Here's my question.
I'm running against him.
I got two questions.
Let's talk about it, baby.
Someone just thought I was not talking shit about grilling. I'm not talking shit about grilling. I love to grill. I'm saying it's a mood. The mood is boomer, and you're either gonna, get with the program, or you're gonna be fighting a losing battle.
TrueAnon fans are part of Grill Nation. That's what we call our fan base in private, Grill Nation.
Okay, so my questions for Joshua for Congress. One name, right?
Joshua for Congress, yes.
First question. Is he actually running for Congress?
It's difficult to tell.
Okay.
Can we get an answer on that? Did he pull papers and stuff? Because I know I've seen this process before. It is a hefty process. I don't know what it's like in Oregon, I think he lives in. I also got to say, or Washington.
The United States Congress.
Washington. He was running for the U.S. Congress.
And he's a poster.
In Washington. I got to say, what part? It's we're looking respectable, fellas. Is basic beard okay?
As well.
I will say, even if you keep, I'll admit here, I'm not a great beard grower. It's red hair. It's not great. I shave, but I'm saying, there's too many of us with beards. We need a culling. And so if it's in your head to shave, go ahead.
I like a little bit, but not like not a bramble.
A bramble patch. My facial hair is so repulsive when it grows out that I literally have been arrested for just pre-crime sex crimes.
No.
I'm the only guy they've minority reported in America. Because no, this isn't happening. I tried to
testing the program on you.
What's up?
They're testing it on you, the program.
Well, it's because I reminds me of Tom Cruise due to my height. But fellas, I'm just saying, I'm not making fun of you. I'm not being mean, but we're shaving.
It's time to move on.
It's time to move on. And if you gotta,
what? It's all about taking yourself seriously.
Mm-hmm. It's like it doesn't even cost money. You can go to the thrift store and get it. Go to the charity store. Don't go to the vintage store or whatever. But it's easy. You just wear a collared shirt with 2 buttons unbuttoned to show off your chest hair. But it helps. It helps you because it helps people take you more seriously. That's all I'm saying. Zoot suit should come back, absolutely. And this isn't even about politics. This is just
I have a suit, but
it's a zoot suit.
It's not a zoot suit. No, it's like 80s.
I want a nudie suit so fucking bad, Liz. But they're like $2,000.
Really?
Yeah, like the full on they're so cool.
That's too much money.
Yeah, it's I know I you know me, I'm Jewish. That's out of the question for me. I just have to, remember Judy? That may not, yeah, Judy. She makes that. She's famous in LA now, making that kind of shit.
I feel like I ran into her not when we were down there, but another time when I was in LA.
Yeah, she's around. I stayed in her